that there is certainly that possibility there. But in saying that, riding off the momentum, you know, taking a couple of maps there for the Vicious, they might just be fired up way too much for Kanga to handle. And they might be able to steal it away on domination, which would be absolutely incredible if that came true. But, you know, the proof is in the pudding. We don't know what's going to happen till it happens.
No, I did not get
I'm super duper excited for what's going to go down.
That's right. Listen, we are not Doctor Strange. We don't know the future. We can't see the possibilities or the variables. We're here to call it as we see it, as we enjoy it alongside the amazing folks at home watching Marvel Rivals Ignite in the OCE region, especially to all the amazing folks who are now co-streaming the event. Thank you for bringing your communities to watch this amazing event. Enjoy the OCE.
That's us.
Play as we see Kanga Esports.
That's us.
Go into this epic.
That's us.
Knowing the Vicious are one map away from locking themselves to the grand finals. But besides all that, Ground Zero, they're watching. I mentioned this earlier. They're watching. We know they're watching. We know the Ground Zero gamers are watching. They are rooting for the Vicious. They actually want to see the Vicious go into the grand finals.
Yeah, the timer was for me to restart YouTube stream.
Not had enough of them.
And I did it. We're good.
Their get back. So it's literally a crazy trifecta rivalry between all three teams. Couldn't have it any better than this. Let's see as we go into this next map pick how it's going to unfold, how it's going to go off. It's going to be exciting to see. Now, picks I want to see. I
did brush my teeth. I just did.
I would love to see the Doctor Stranges come back. We want that Portal hijinks again. The plays that came from Lumi as well as Texi. They both go one on each other. All right, they did. We did see, remember that earlier one with the Daxter Psylocke assassination straight from the top line? That was executed well, and that would be really cool to see. But we're going to be loading up and we're going into Krakoa. Amazing map, of course, representing the Hellfire Gala. Now, Massey, I want to know, what would you be wearing to the Hellfire Gala if you were dressing at your finest? Come on now.
I reckon we go in, you know, some Marvel-themed costumes. I reckon we get full, like, maybe a Loki-themed suit out, you know? Ooh, that'd be pretty cool, pretty swagger. Could even see an Iron Man themed suit, you know. I reckon though you might want to turn up in the Moon Knight costume.
Mr. Knight, actually, I'll go Mr. Knight, suit up, white suit, let's go.
Yeah, I want to see it. Or
if we're feeling risky, maybe Kingpin. Yo.
Ooh, Kingpin.
I'd love to see Kingpin in this game.
All right.
Surely a Vanguard, right?
Nah, honestly, make him the first Vanguard presence strategist, because we have a lot of hybrid.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Bro's duelist, but he feels like a Vanguard, you know. Ultron, Bro's strategist.
Mag ban, Loki ban, Emma ban, Emma safe.
Who feels like a Vanguard. I think
Mag ban
fits that bill. I think that'd be cool to see. We'll find out very soon. Also, everybody.
Oh, Ryan. Thank you for I'm gifted, dude. Appreciate you.
He's not in the
Chad, get 7 makes you say thank you.
Rested,
appreciate the big
on the hunt. We don't know
5 gifties.
I can't wait to find out where Blade's going to show up again. But let's actually show up what's going right now in the banning phase. Punisher is going to be banned out from the Vicious won't be able to play the Punisher. Loki's already banned out as well. Emma Frost is also banned out. But on the other side, Kanga Esports can't play Punisher, can't play Loki, and can't play Magneto, which means Skittles still cannot play Loki to bring it back for Kanga. The Target banned 3 maps in a row. My goodness, it is a tough one. But what we can also see is that Kanga have protected Emma Frost for themselves, and the Vicious took in the Magneto, which means, who is it? Who is it, Massey? Who's going to be enabled today? Who is that Magneto player from the Vicious? Who's it going to be?
It's Air Adam online. That is so dangerous, and taking that away from Donald as well. I'm worried. I'm so worried about what could be in store for Kanga, but hovering over the Mantis ban, I like it. You know, I like to see that because we have seen Kanga play into like the Guardians team up before. That's not going to be enabled whatsoever for them now, but looks like desperate times call for desperate measures. We are seeing, similar to what we saw yesterday, you know, we see the Black Panther enabled and the Namor going to be online from Chronix. They've definitely found a pretty good use out of it, you know, being able to sit in the bubble for a second there, keep themselves invulnerable away from the fight, definitely has its perks. And we'll see if they stick on that pick. They're thinking things through. Might be changing up here.
might be changing up indeed. But let's go into Krakoa. Beautiful map, great design, Mutant Haven as we know. If you don't know now, you know. Revzy is here, Ribs here as well. Let's get the lineup. Let's remind everybody who's playing, who's fighting, and what they're fighting for. The Vicious with Gloomy, Asha, Rib, Atlas, Revzy, and Adam are here fighting for victory for themselves, because if they win this map, they go straight to the grand finals later today. And then if Kanga win this map, they only need one more map after this to lock themselves in the grand finals. It's a battle to see who's going to make it to take down Ground Zero Gaming in the finals, but Ground Zero Gaming is not going to make it easy for them. And right now they're watching, they're inspecting, they're trying to suss out who's going to be their final competitors at the end of the day. But we're rolling into it. Kang is represented by Donald, Furikake, Texi, Daxter, Skittles, and Chronix. That's the 12 players. That's the stakes. That's the squad. Get into it. What could potentially be the final round, the final map for the lower bracket finals if the Vicious take this, as we see the portals start up nice and early.
Oh, they got
I'm checking something real quick.
And managed to get the takedown on to the opposing Strange again. Poor Texi.
Did they just TP on someone's forehead?
Things with that portal. They are forced away, and the Vicious are going to be on to the mission area right and quick here. But Donald is trying to contest them, trying to stop them with the Hulk. A good punishment coming out on to Rip there. It does allow their team to get a little closer, but they're now back down to bruise form. It should be KO'd nice and quick. No, not even thinking about it. There we go. Get caught in the crossfire there, Repsy. Good to lock that one down, and now the Vicious.
By the way, the ads are over in time for more ads. Yep. These teams played each other last night. So OCE is a pretty small region, so they have less teams. So this is the lower bracket final. So did these two teams play last night? Potentially. Potentially. I don't remember fully, if I'm completely honest with you. But all I know is the winner of this game is the one who will play the upper bracket, or sorry, it will be the regular finals versus the team that's already in the finals. So whoever wins here has to play 2 games back to back.
Start lining up some shots as well onto the other strategists, but Texi in the backline hits a haymaker on Atlas. That's the one right there. Texi goes for the Bucky, and now he's gonna get backed up into a corner. Goes for the Luna.
I feel like Texi's a little committed here. I just realized, are they playing? They're playing Hulk Thing.
Namor's back in the game. Bit of a minute since we've seen some Namor
playing Hulk Thing.
Kukulkan is here, and it looks like Kanga using some old school strategies are gonna take back the point and get some percentage on the board.
Goes and picks him up. Oh, good tank duo.
Online as well now for Chronix, and a few more ultimates around the bend as well. We'll see if they are going to be able to activate them in time here.
Hulk Thing is a very interesting comp. Dude, you don't have like a sturdy tank. I guess Thing is kind of sturdy, but
catch them. Look at this. They're tracking them down. Skittles is out. Poor Skittles, not in range of their teammates. Painted both worlds there, and they will be KO'd through. And Daxter now looking to.
They kind of just keep getting separated.
This is the comeback of the Sentry. Triple
KO. Huge. Huge
silent
roll.
Daxter locked it down.
That's what you needed, honestly, right there. That.
Oh my gosh, what a way to wipe them up.
So the masterclass from Daxter on the Kanoichi Psylocke out here doing the work, doing the damage, doing the dance.
Double team ups? What do you mean?
That's the way you want to see it. That's a beautiful execution. Right now, we're witnessing Kanga's.
I mean, they don't have Wolverine to use. That would be cool if they did, though. Imagine they had a Wolverine with a Thing and a Hulk.
This is what they won the Invitational with. Let's see if it is enough for them to actually take down the Vicious. 70% on their side. Let's see the fight kick off as we see everybody taking to the skies right now. Bit of a fire slam coming from Rib, starting up the fight, and a bit of a
big Hulk. Oh, the Hulk got demaxed. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't give him a reset. Oh my goodness, he actually just deleted that guy.
And it looks like the Vicious with a bit of a tactical advantage right there, holding their
ground. Can I stream all night? No, I wouldn't say all night.
It looks like we're going to see Donald rushing back to point as ultimates are online and getting more and more online for Kanga especially.
Definitely for the next few hours, though.
They're starting to build themselves up here. Eternal Bond online, Clobber in time too. And the Hornet Proteus right around the corner with the dance of the butterfly. Things are looking good, but Supernova going to be the first thing online now. Eternal Bond coming out. Hornet Proteus definitely could come into the mix there. There we go. Clobbering time into it as well. Fate of both worlds here for Asher. Does get KO'd. Kanga fighting back here. Finding a way to make their mark. The Vicious falling apart here. And this is the perfect time for it. They're both so close to taking full control. They might just need a strange portal.
Do you ever eat at Long John Silver's? No, I thought that was a front.
It's not gonna happen. So the first point will be captured by Kanga.
Kanga showing some life.
Sports taking the cradle on Krakoa.
Isn't Long John Silver's just a front?
As we know, that map very beneficial for those bulky boys in the front line. Texie and Donald on the Hulk and the Thing, you know, battering them up, jumping in and out.
I don't think people actually eat
Of
there.
a pseudo dive composition going there with the counter dive on Chronix. Chronix definitely forced a bit of a switch there. Rib couldn't cook.
I think I don't think anyone actually goes there.
You know, close to 8.7.
The only time I've ever been to a Long John Silver's is when it was Long John Silver's Taco Bell, like, split store.
On the thing, and that's going to be the enabling right there.
You know what I mean?
Hit the flanks, hit the absolute big butterfly dancers, getting so much value. Back and forth the percentage was, as we know. The fights took it back and forth quite a few times there. But just mathematically, it looked like Vicious almost had it with the early lead. But once Kanga started to play correctly...
Oh, the A&W, true.
Absolutely stagger some of the positions for the Vicious. It was only a matter of percentage. And then, yeah, it timed out. And the Vicious could not even try to switch to a portal to make it. But now, speaking of a portal from the Vicious...
I had to reset? Well,
changes the
I restarted the YouTube stream. I had to restart it because there's a 12-hour VOD limit. We were at 11 and a half hours.
Let's see if
YouTube stream is back up.
The Vicious come plummeting through. Kanga.
These are Australia teams, yes.
For them patiently, though.
This is technically OCE
region. Sky, but Daxu not waiting for a chance. Activates the dance of the butterfly here. Atlas got the invisible boundary online as well. Looking to shut it down. Donald and Lumi succeeds there. Good KO coming through. Looking for more.
Come on, Donald.
Photo is online if they need it.
Little feed.
Go. Bang! Lock them down. A fate of both worlds. Gonna be good, but not gonna be great. Skittles.
That's a huge strange ult.
Yeah, so we do have a man advantage for the Vicious right now.
Kanga has point at least, though.
Chronix getting KO'd there. Furikake on the chopping block as well. Everybody is going down, and we could see the Vicious taking the mission area back in their favor nice and quickly. And there we go.
There it is. Putting him on the flank, putting Kanga in a tough position, baiting out Dax's butterfly dance, knowing that Alice had the boundary there to complement it. Absolutely nullified the damage. Lumi turned around, protected their team, and then proceeded to go forward, barreling into
OC is New Zealand as well. That is true. That is true.
Massive Agamotto into a Maelstrom, picking off Furikake right there. That's the value they needed. That's the power they needed. Adam's on the high ground now. Adam has the meteor already, but it looks like he's going to be face to face with
farming the crap out of these AFKers. Yep.
With Donald on the Hulk and Texie on the thing, but it's burning up as Rip starts off the pyro tornadoes going forward. Burning up into a fire slam on Chronix. Going straight for Daxter. Will it be enough to get the pick on the side? Like Lumi hits the retreat.
I am in fact farming the crap out of these AFKers. Not wrong.
Holding the shield of Seraphim into an Agamotto, which could potentially start up and set up the next fight. But they're going to swing once at Texie. The Maelstrom into the combo Agamotto. There it pops. There it is. But it's not enough.
That's a big strange ult right there.
Skittles, there it is. Rip turns onto Psylocke, and it's going to be Vicious. That's going to be focusing down the monstrous Hulk. The incredible Hulk is going to be turning back into Bruce and depleting and running away. A bit of a stagger choice right here. They're not going to take Donald out. They're going to buy as many seconds
That's a
as they
huge
can.
stagger.
A little push from Alice shuts it down, but Texie's here with the portal to recontest kicker than you can ever see.
That's other people actually trying to watch. Yeah, and those people understand what I'm doing because I've told them all day what I'm doing, and I have YouTube as well.
It's time.
Don't bitch at me if I give you options.
They are bringing up the vibes here. Adam, though, is trying to shut him down. Meteor M saying goodbye to Furikake. They're looking for more as well here. Good KOs coming out in abundance from the Vicious right now. The percentage is building up to an all-time high as well. Kanga need to hold on for dear life here, but it just ain't happening. Furikake, last one standing, trying to keep their hopes and dreams online, but the percentage just ain't happening. And just like that, the Vicious take control.
Oof. 1-1.
Taking the growth for themselves, bringing it to the third round again,
thanks,
just
Snail.
like earlier in our series, our best of 5
Who am I rooting
series.
for? I want to see Kanga win just so it goes to another map.
Final decider map. You know what this means, Massey? One round
Goes to a
from
map 5.
victory into the grand finals for the Vicious right now. They are feeling it. One round to decide
Do or
how
die.
the rest of the evening unfolds. Are they gonna take it? Do they have the momentum? Let's look at these numbers right here. Revsy cooking. Actually 11k with Rib on 15k. Massive damage coming from them right now, turning the tides. But let's get ultimate checks right now. As you can see, Revsy ready to take to the skies with Hella. That is exactly the power up you need going into this next fight. Knowing that Kanga Esports aren't close to the strategist ults. Actually, Lunas is very close. Furikake close to the Fate of Worlds, but that could be shut down early because we know Adam has been on.
All right, map 5 if they win this, or Kanga wins it. If not, they go home.
Could even save their world, but a portal starts up.
Long John Silver's is best fast food? Yeah, that's a fucking... That's a CIA agent in the chat.
They know it's coming. Get ready.
Get ready for the next battle. We are rattling them up. They're trying to break through the terrain here. And we'll see if they can straighten them out one step further. Furikake taking a hell of a lot of punishment. We'll be able to bring out the Fate of Earth Worlds, though. Keep their team online a while longer. And the mission area is online too. Kanga are taking control and will stroll ahead. The Vicious now going to have to find a way back in. But Black Panther bouncing around. Does get knocked out. Good stuff from Revsy there.
Oof.
Looking for more as well. It's Rib burning them up.
Oh,
to
boy.
a crisp. They are shutting them down.
Vicious
And
DPS
it
are just
all looks
farming.
great for the Vicious camp right now, as quick as they can. They steal the mission area right back.
Stealing it like it's nothing with Rib burning up all the hopes and dreams for the Kanga squad right now, but it's still not over yet. They did manage to get that early 17% lead as the Vicious were, you know, dancing around in the back line, trying to split them off. They did get a bit of a lead, so now they're evenly matched with 17% on each side, but Texi is pushing through haymaker after haymaker, trying to make an opening for Kanga. It's still in their core, it's still in the game. Skittles ready with the Eternal Bond, you know it's going to be the thing.
Dude, that's like saying you like to go to Arby's. Who the fuck likes to go to Arby's?
Big damage to the thing, but the Monster Hulk is there. The presence is prime. Gamma is ready to go.
Arby's says one thing and one thing only: have good fries. Oh, that guy's dead.
That's the one right there. 50% for the Vicious right now. Pushing Texi back. Gonna try to go for the Hulk, who teleports back to spawn.
You go to Arby's for fun and for your choice? That's crazy.
They need a couple more fights like that, and they're going to finals. But Kanga have the king of Wakanda. Bust is ready. Daxu's ready. Is T'Challa gonna turn the tide?
See if a fast descent will be activated there. They've got it online.
I think I found all 10 of the Arby's enjoyers in my chat tonight. That's crazy.
Time for the supernova, burning them through the jokes they have. Oh my god, straight back into the flame tornado. It is good stuff coming.
You actually like start a like a club.
Let's see if Kanga can keep cooking like this. They are cooking so good, sizzling them
Ooh,
up right now.
big
But
kills.
I love this delay on the capture there. Does allow them a bit more, but Kanga gonna be able to pull them through in the
Yeah,
end. And take
it is a
the
place
descent
that's called,
back. My gosh.
like, we have the
I
meats
thought
and the
things
best
were
thing on the
good
menu
with
is French
supernova,
fries.
But Kanga, they just
You can't
remain
convince me
unfazed out of
otherwise.
that one.
Massively effective switches right there. The absolute Black Panther is just a flashbang, and you don't even see him. He just absolutely turns them inside
I just
out.
came from
There it is
YouTube
right
on
there.
my
You're gonna see
PlayStation
Revsy
just to
cooking up.
comment.
Just
You
focusing
leave
on
Arby's the
more
fuck
switch right now.
alone.
Switch out of the sights.
Holy shit, I found all
So that
11 of the Arby's enjoyers in one place. This is crazy. It's like fucking talking to the entire population of Montana at once. Tizu thank you the Prime.
We thought the Horn of Proteus was called, but unfortunately it didn't get answered, and then we're going to see Alice with the fate of both worlds. Asher, I believe,
There's tens of us.
We do see Alice ready with the boundary at the same time, but the portal is going to be coming in from Taxi, and Adam lines up the Magneto. Crush it down on Daxi right
Oh my goodness. Yo, Adams, honestly, we were talking about LeBronald. Adam might actually be LeBron himself.
Goes back into the Incredible Hulk. Is it going to be enough of a stall right here? 81% in favor of Kanga. They've been in capture position this whole time. Texas stolen.
Tremble for your before boss. By the eye of Mama Coco.
There it is right there. Chronix onto the sidelock. It looks like the Vicious did cap it back, but Kanga's there to return the favor.
Wow. Did they flip it back?
Overtime for the Vicious, but only 10% left. Dude,
They did flip it back. Holy shit.
Take it. Massive
Yo,
call.
Law,
What's
thank you for
gonna
gifted.
happen?
Appreciated.
Oh, it's all down to the wire right now. It's all gonna be OT primed and ready here, and we are jumping into it. The fight rages on. Lumi in a big amount of trouble.
I can mail you a Long John Silver in the meal if you want. It'd probably be just the same thing as if I just ate it fresh.
Keeping Kanga alive. The OT timer is on a knife surge. Somebody has to push ahead, and Kanga are doing just that. Skittles is getting stylish on it.
Don't think of the 100 bits. They had the meat sweats. Damn, Kanga actually locked in, forcing a map 5.
Going on map 5.
Map 5, let's fucking go. Love a map 5. Man, if the P.O. box was still open, I'd send you gift cards out of spite. That is fire.
Skittles MVP on Jeffrey, the Land Shark. Look at him, feeling cheery in the sunshine.
How do we know this isn't an AI of you reacting?
Now
Fuck you.
2-2. It's officially
You think an
anybody's
AI
to
can
take.
capture
This is
my
exactly
likeness?
what you want from OCE. This is what we want in Ignite. We are finally at our best of 5.
Absolutely not.
Final
I'm a one of a
potential.
kind.
That's right, we're on map 5.
There ain't
Let's
nothing
get
that
it.
you can ever do. Come close.
Yeah, let's get it. We have gone the distance, and we
That'll be
are
our code word.
finally here.
Is this are you
We
real?
at the
Fuck
very
you.
end of
There you
the
go.
road, and I
Now you know
am
it's real.
Loving it, Liger. Crazy stuff all the way through from our teams today, and we're running it back. The revenge story is so close for the Vicious, but Kanga, they're so close to the top as well. It is anybody's game into our 5th and
Hot take,
final
Canes is so
match.
mid. That's not a hot
Oh,
take,
it's
that's
actually
facts.
Anybody's game. I cannot believe it. Just when you thought the Vicious
I got
had it,
Canes
Kanga
thinking it was
came
gonna be
back,
fire for the
brought it
first
up,
time.
switched it up,
That shit
added
was
some obscure
dog.
picks, but
It
no
was
skill
just
to them. They've been
sauce.
running
The
it for
sauce,
months.
the sauce
They brought out what
carries.
they knew, the signature
Without the
picks,
sauce,
bringing
it's
out the
nothing.
Psylocks, the Black Panthers, a little bit of Jeffrey as well. And there it is right there, the action that you love to see. Adam doing it up on the Magneto, Donald doing it up as well on the Hulk from Donald. Those who don't know.
Dude, go to
those
Canes,
who
get a thing of the
they
sauce, and then go to the
absolutely
grocery store and get some chicken. Same
Same
shit, if not better.
Of the meta, Daxter hitting the triples on the Psylocke. No matter the meta, no matter the pain, when a Psylocke is out here, you know they're gonna.
Now, see, we don't have
explain to you
Zaxby's
what
up
it
here.
means
That's
to
not a
be
thing.
an absolute legend in the role. Alpha
Never had
Bulls
Culver's.
to play a Psylocke when you least expect it. No matter the meta, they're gonna do it. Lumi's gonna be there as well.
Pineapple on pizza or no? No, I don't like being in jail.
Honestly, the pyrotechnics
Pineapple
as
and
well
pizza
from
enjoyer?
Luke,
Jail.
absolutely burning it up. He called it so many times. The fire was blazing.
Oh yeah, blazing hot all the way through there. Johnny Storm.
The Walmart version of cane sauce is actually better than cane sauce. It's smokier and peppier. I agree. I actually have some in the fridge. You are nowhere. You're on game.
Enough in the end there, you know, the game went down to the wire in game 4, and we are
I don't know if there's
into our
Bojangles
fifth
here.
and final map.
I've never
I
had
can't
it.
believe we've got this far. You know, it's all primed up for number 5.
Ooh, we are doing it. We're doing it. We're here. This is what we wanted. A competitive bout between the best of the best so we can find out who's the rest. It's going to be exciting to see Kanga Esports versus The Vicious in their final map. They both got 2 wins under their boat. They're both feeling confident. They know how the other team
Yeah,
plays,
this is
but
the
now
OCE
it is truly
section
final
of the
map, final
Rivals Ignite
deciding
tournament.
calls. There is nothing else after this for these 2 teams unless they win and take themselves to the grand finals. This is it. We're gonna find
Dave's
out
Hot
who's gonna be
Chicken is
third.
pretty legit. Isn't
There
that
it
a
is for
ghost
now.
kitchen?
We'll be right back after this short break, getting into our final map in the lower bracket.
Or is that something
finals.
else? Oh, you know what I fucking hate? The fucking yo, Frosty, appreciate you. You know, like those like ghost kitchens for like those famous chefs or whatever? Or hell, even like the fucking Mr. Beast ones. Dude, those fucking ghost kitchens are hot garbage. Or, you know what's also hot garbage? The fucking cake guy. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking buddy cakes or whatever? Holy shit. Actual dog water. It's like $45 for a slice of cake, and it's fucking been sitting in cryostasis for the last 3 months. You just call Mr. Beast hot garbage? The food? Like the Mr. Beast's restaurant? Yeah, that shit is horrible. Dude, take a scroll through my Twitter. Go back like 4 years ago in the media tab of my Twitter, you'll find something. I ordered it back when it was new, and I've never been served worse food in my entire life. That was the only time I've ever actually publicly complained about something in my entire career. It was so horrible. I was like, dude, this is bad enough that if I'm getting this my experience, you might not even want to have this place as your restaurant. And it was so bad that the Mr. Beast team reached out to this restaurant and made them re-deliver my order. The fucking manager of the restaurant showed up at my house and apologized because it was so bad. How was the re-deliver? Not that much. Okay, it was better, but it really wasn't that good. It was still fucking terrible. I need the clip. I don't know if there's a clip of it. Like, what'd you say in response? Like, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't that guy's fault. Like, you just like, I'm really sorry. Like, you know, it shouldn't have been like that. All this stuff. And I'm like, hey, it's not your fault, dude. Like, I get it. Like, you know, like, you know where it came from? It came from a fucking IHOP. It came from an IHOP. It was a ghost kitchen in an IHOP. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I found out what restaurant it came from, I'm like, dude, you guys are an IHOP. Like, and you're making burgers. Like, no offense, I don't go to IHOP for a burger. You know? Like, wasn't it directly the manager's fault? I mean, I guess as a manager, you should overlook the food, right? But like, shit happens. Like, whatever. Wait, did that guy find it?
Back again for Marvel Rivals Ignite in the Oceania region. My name is Liger. I'm joined by Massey. There's nothing more to
Look
say.
at my fucking Mr. Beast
5.
food I had gotten years
We're ready
ago.
for it. The 3-2 is coming. The question is,
This is what it
who's
looked
gonna be
like.
the 3 that take that victory straight to the grand finals and take on Ground Zero Gaming.
That's going to be the big one, isn't it? Who's going to be taking 3? The magic
The
number.
post date is
Which
January
magic out of
5th,
this next
2021.
match? Let's find out. I'm keen to see anything.
So,
come out of the,
when I tell you that,
out
I
of
was
the
not
mix there. We could
joking.
see the Dark Child come online there. You know, could be
True.
a little wild card come out of it. You know, it's all or
So,
nothing. It's make or break
I'm
for
going to
both of these
stand on
rosters
my
right
business
now. So,
when I say it
if
again.
you're hiding anything, now's the time.
First off,
to
before I
make the
say
grand
anything,
reveal.
Evadine, thank you for
Ooh,
the
yeah,
1,000 bits. You're really
time
kind.
to
I
bring
appreciate
it.
you.
Bring
Thank you so
it
much for the
home.
gifted
Play
earlier.
yourselves.
And the
Your
1,000
final
bits.
chance
Appreciate
to
you,
make it
Ratan.
into the grand finals. 12
I'll
players.
stand on
One
that.
is more than
Fuck
anything.
Ghost
They
Kitchens.
wanna go to the grand finals. They want to get that prize pool now. Get them
Ghost
bragging rights.
Kitchens
They wanna
suck
represent the
balls.
region. Show them who's the best, so that they can say, "I'm not part of the rest," and we're gonna see it going from there. Now, going forward, Massey.
No, it is really
It
gifted.
doesn't even matter what the picks are. You know why? Because we just saw Kanga turn the tide, bring it back into their favor, and actually even the odds for themselves.
You think the commentators watch your stream when they're on break?
Bringing out the whole.
I don't think when they're on
more
break,
Gamma
but
team up.
I know that some of
Not
them do.
seen very much of the day of light in Marvel Rivals Ignite, but
Your mom was able to retire thanks
didn't
to a
work
ghost
for a time,
kitchen.
but then it did work for a time. But
I mean, I'm
then,
happy
of
for your
course,
mom,
the Vicious
but
came
like,
through and they brought back who we
ghost
know
kitchens
has
are
and does
horrid.
big power. That's right, pyro power.
Ghost kitchens
comes
took
from
off
the
during
torch.
COVID
Let's find out what
because
it is. And final
restaurants
map is
didn't have
on
customers,
Convergence, it's gonna
and
be
so
the map we least expected.
restaurants
Wait a
needed to
minute,
find a
Clinton,
way
we're
to stay in
going to the
business,
symbiotic surface,
and people
Massey.
capitalized on that by using their work and using their kitchen to sell marketed food through apps, and they would get a small a restaurant gets a small fraction of what they normally would make, but because it was during COVID and they had no money coming in, it was like literally they didn't have a choice. A lot of places, and a lot of the major restaurant chains didn't give a fuck
Change of a
because
map we haven't seen before. This kind of makes it more dramatic than ever.
that's just more money on their
Which means
bottom
who's got
line at the
more
end of the
hours,
day.
Who's got more screens? Who's got more practice on Clinta? And will we see something that I think we're gonna see? Dive. That's right. Kanga known to play a bit of dive. Tried to bring it out a little bit with a bit of the Hulk action, but Venom might be a pick. Might be there. Salak is there as well. seems to be that Kanga aren't trying to beat the Vicious
Yo,
at
Pog,
their
never
own
happy
game,
for you.
aren't trying to play into the same things
Yo,
as we saw.
brother, can you
Doctor
relax?
Strange, Lumi is probably prevalent there, strong at that as well. Magneto's being banned out for them. They're not able
Is
to
this
play
guy
these
sending the
S-tier
live to
Vanguard
every
picks.
human on
No
Earth?
Emmas,
Yo,
no
brother,
Magnetos,
can
no
you fucking
Loki.
relax?
That is another thing that is
Yo,
very
brother.
evident right now.
Brother,
The
I need you to
Vicious,
chill out for a minute.
They
right?
need to keep banning that Loki because
Chill out
if
for a minute.
Skittles goes on Loki, it's going to be a bad day for them.
Chill out for like a
The
minute.
Loki masterclass from Skittles has been evident. It has taken them to
What's a ghost
the highest
kitchen?
of
It's like a
levels.
restaurant that doesn't
Legendary
actually have a
leagues, and that's
location,
ultimately gonna
and
be
they
tough
use
on
a
Loki's
different
been through the
location,
banning
a
phase, but
different restaurant as a base. So, for
Mantis
example, let's
might
say like
fall
a
through the cracks,
Chili's.
you never know. They've banned it out consistently.
You
We'll see,
part
we'll
like
see.
a ghost kitchen would partner up with a
Yeah,
local
we'll see if they
Chili's,
are gonna be
and the way it
able
would
to get
work
that one through the cracks there, you know,
is
yeah, Kanga
that
did
local
play around
Chili's
that in
would be
their
your
matchup
kitchen,
yesterday.
and
They
you would
played
send them
against the
like
Adam
whatever
Warlock, they had
food in
Mantis,
the
they
in the
had the
menu
Starlord, I believe,
that
at one point. Like,
they
were playing
would
into
be
the
used to
Guardians
make
team
the
up
food,
there, and it was just
and
huge,
then
right? They had the
instead
resurrection
of
potential
obviously
from
going on an
all of
app or
them.
something, and it
It
says
was
like you're
great
ordering
on
from
paper.
Chili's,
It
it'll
didn't
say
work
like
out exactly
ordering
how they
from
wanted
like
it
mac
to,
and cheese
against the
heaven,
likes of,
and it'll have like a
Zero,
bunch of shit
but
on it. And
maybe
instead of
they
being
could tap
made
into
in,
it today.
it's
You know,
made
they
in
could
the
run it
Chili's
back.
restaurant.
I'm not so sure
So,
that's where their focus is going to lie in this one. But
like if you've ever been to a Chili's, they like microwave half the shit there, right? So
on this best of 5 right now into the lower final to
it's
decide
not
who
like
will be
super
facing
high
round
quality,
0 into our
and they're not
grand
typically
final
trained on your
best of
food
7
either.
endeavor.
So
Next up on the
quality
black
control
gun
basically
today,
goes out the
it
window.
is our fifth
But
and
restaurants like doing
final
it
map
because
coming
if their
alive
restaurant isn't
very
hitting very hard and they're not making a
shortly
ton of
here.
money,
And I'm bumped
they can
up
do
into
that
the big
and they'll
fan
make
protect
extra money
phase. Here
off of
we
those orders,
go.
and their workers have something to
A
do.
bit of a hover on the assassin Black Widow. That would be
Yeah,
exciting
you
to
think
see
you're eating
from
some niche hole in the wall,
Maxu,
but you're eating from an
but
Applebee's. Yeah.
Loki has already been banned.
So
Loki
I
has to be
I
the most
always, whenever I
consistent
DoorDash from a
ban
place I
against
don't
Kanga
know,
Esports.
I'll always
I
take the
cannot see
address
anything
and
more
type it
consistent than
in
that. But
to see
Magneto is protected for the
if,
Vicious, which means Adam
if
is
it's a
gonna be
real
able to
restaurant
definitely
or a
take those
ghost
guys
kitchen.
once again represent the air. But Skittles is hovering the Jeff after cooking a little bit on Jeff last round, you know, a little bit of an MVP Jeff. It's kind of big, but Furikake hovering the thing.
think these
not
rival
obviously
seasons feel
anytime
hella
soon,
long? Well, they are
Furikake
hella
being
long.
Snow
That's why it's
specialist,
changing.
But another ban following suit. That means Emma is locked out for Kanga Esports. No Loki, no Emma. Potentially no Punisher for either team as well. Now that's going to be an
Well,
interesting
a
one.
home
Matt,
kitchen
what
is
are we
not a
thinking
ghost
about
kitchen.
This next
I don't-
protect coming from Kanga.
That sounds like
Ooh,
a home
it's a tough one, isn't
making
it?
stuff
I
at
feel
home.
like they probably might place some priority around.
I mean, unless you can do ghost kitchen work from home,
Okay.
maybe.
I'm liking
But
it because of that portal potential. It definitely does allow them to activate quite well around that. But Mantis are probably going to be banned out again from the Vicious here. You know, there's been big focus around that before. It doesn't surprise me that we see it coming out all over again. Do not want to allow them to have that potential there. And they got
maybe
one
the
more
next
protector
hero?
there.
I don't know. Isn't that like Blade guy just woke
Okay.
up or something?
Human Torch. Rib
Ooh.
is going to be able to activate on that one. You'll love to see it, and very excited for what it's going to be. But you know what? It's not going to be Ultron.
Nope.
No Ultron online.
I don't have a
for
main.
the Vicious. It's a bit of an interesting
I don't have
We
one
haven't
main.
seen much Ultron coming from them. We do know it actually massively enabled Rib.
The ghost kitchens that are
Actually, let
owned
me
by a
correct
regular
myself.
person who buys their
Ultron
own
is actually a
produce are
top-tier pick
good.
on Clintar.
Ghost
That's what
kitchens
I've
owned by a
noticed. That's the fact
Buffalo
we're on
Wild Wings or
single
IHOP
surface. Now,
suck.
Clintar,
Fair.
high ceilings. It does have elements
much
of
sleep have
Arachno,
you been
but it
getting?
also has
No.
elements of Yggdrasil Path. So, going forward, what are the picks we're going to see? Potentially
Literally,
Rocket, maybe get some armor
only
picks on the
I
score
own
nice and
here
early.
to collect
Texi's gonna be
to
on the
me
Looney, on
my
the
free
Strange,
screen.
do
Ah
what
ha
they
ha
do
ha ha.
best and show who is really reading the truth.
You want to hear a real good joke?
Who is reading
Ready?
the Book of the Damned as they
Knock,
band
knock.
themselves to third place, but that's not their plan. They want to take their team. They want to read the book. They want to get the predictions. They want to find the one in
Who's there?
14,605 probabilities.
Open up,
Which one
bitch.
is it going to be that's going to take him to the grand final? That's what we want to see right there. That's the spice. That's what's nice. Now, Matsu, the Armored Spider Nest. Is that team up ever going to happen?
Like, they love to tease us with it, don't they? They love to tease us with it, but I don't think it's gonna happen, Liger. You know, it's just a tease. Just like seeing Spider-Man into the lobbies. It's just been a tease or a last-minute pick there. I'd love to see a Spider-Man. You know, see a spectacular spin win.
Oh,
That'd
the
be great,
portal.
But you know what else? Great, Texi gets revenge. They take down Lumi this time on the Strange. Finally, getting one over on them. You know, we've seen Lumi deal some damage on the Texi a lot with the strange portals before, but this time it's going to be Kanga to take advantage.
Enemy in front of us.
Oh, bit of an effective switch right there. Lumi going straight for the thing, saying, all right, you taking my portal, it's clubbering time. Enough. But now Skittles is going to be dancing around, doing a bit of healing, doing a bit of sustain, switching between cloak and dagger, giving him
What did I just witness? How did he just do that?
Next fight, as we see the Vicious ramp it up onto the high ground right here. I see a bit of a drop down from Lumi right there. Konix is going to try to go for a hook. Instead, we're going to see Daxu go for the flank directly behind Rib.
How the fuck did he do that?
They're going to be aware of that positioning, and then going forward, we're going to see.
I thought the invisible woman might have pushed him or something, but I think he just straight up TP'd him off the map. I didn't think you could do that anymore.
At the moment, there is a lot that could happen right here, Massive. What are we thinking is going to be the first thing to start the tides of this fight as the strange meet in the middle?
Aya Bagamoto, I reckon, could be the start here, or the Eternal Bond.
Well, he was still in the portal animation, so he didn't even see it coming.
If we did see a big activation on their part, there we go. Eternal Bond is able to be activated now. Aya Bagamoto right around the corner. Taxi definitely can destabilize things. If push comes to shove, there we go. Both ultimates online. They are pushing straight into the Vicious. Lumi going to be KO'd out, looking for even more, but they managed to escape through the
Kinda rolled that guy.
Taxi not allowing them to get away, though. We'll be able to get a KO through even more so, and they destabilize things in their entirety. So, great use of the Aya Bagamoto and
Yeah, but the porting the floor didn't work. It like stopped working for a while.
Now the Vicious have pretty much all their ultimates online and could launch a counterattack with haste.
Ooh. As you call the Eternal Bond into the absolute Agamotto, definitely shut down Vicious's push, but still got 2 minutes on the board for
This
themselves.
motherfucker is still on freaking touch grass.
Gonna hit the dance of the
Hold on,
last
TikTok's
one.
calling me. 1 second. Hello?
Time by about 15 seconds.
What in the fuck is this puzzle it just gave me?
Second
Second off, brother, it's 1 a.m. You want me to go outside and touch grass at 1 in the morning? That seems kind of strange. I mean, typically people I know don't go outside and play in the grass at 1 in the morning, but I mean, hey, if you're fucking fucked up enough, I guess sure. TikTok puzzles. So if you stream on TikTok and you're live for a while, it every once in a while thinks you're not there anymore, and it thinks you're a bot, and so it calls you and then makes you solve a puzzle. That noise you hear is TikTok's fucking app calling.
Eternal Bond contestation from Skittles right there. There it is as we see Ramsey picked up by Donald Ramsey. Then Donald gets the double kick onto Ramsey.
Yeah, it's very strange. For a while, I just restarted the TikTok stream over and over, and so then it was good.
Almost had it. They almost had it in the bag.
Who's the guy yapping in the background? The casters.
30 seconds left. Are they gonna make it, Massey? This is looking rough.
It's looking really rough here, and I'm very curious to see if they can make it, because Kanga got
This guy watches the game more than he plays it. I know. And I'm still like 5 ranks higher than you. Isn't that crazy?
Well, Fate of both worlds close by, so could see potential. Speaking of, Cloak and Dagger's out. Goodbye.
That was fucking gross. Double headshot on the corner? Holy shit.
Gets the KO through. This is massive. Taking down the strategist reduces the impact so massively here, and they have managed to find their mark, getting onto the mission area and pushing it into the convoy section. But my gosh, that came so close down to the wire there. Kanga on the defense, they had it locked the heck in.
Oh, they definitely did, but the Vicious found the key to victory.
Yes, you're still getting your drops. Don't worry.
Getting into the convoy section, we're going to start pushing this symbiote.
Don't worry, you're still getting them.
Going to get towards the end, but Donald is ready.
Why does it say match paused in the bottom right? Do you guys see that?
As the meteor end ready to fly, it's going to be a battle of who's going to be the real
Guys?
master. But of course, it's going to be just a little bit of a quick pause. And then we're going to find out very soon as the ultimates are ticking off. Soon
That was
to be
one hell of a delay.
One more moment that we need just to, you know, obviously get back into the action. It won't be too long till we get into it. As we know, these players are playing with all their heart's content. Of course, sometimes these things
Dawn
happen,
DC'd?
but we need to get back into the action. Now, Matsy, let's assess what just happened. So much went into defending that from Kanga. They almost had it down to the last second, but just when you thought it was over, The Vicious came back.
You think they'll have a way to get drops on YouTube?
Right position,
YouTube is
right
light
place
years
they need,
behind in
kept
that department
themselves in
on
the
streaming.
map. What are we thinking about that?
YouTube is a VODs platform.
Yeah,
They do not care about
you know,
streaming as
banding
much.
together in the end there, they managed to activate, find their priority target. So I was particularly impressed how we did see Revsy focus up, getting the KO through onto the strategist in Furikake in the back line there on the Lunar
Family
Sword.
performance.
Hey, Flats, if you could add one hero from Rivals to Overwatch, who'd it be? What about vice versa?
Honestly, could not care less about a question like that. No, I mean that in the nicest way. Like, the games play so differently in that department. It's like,
make those cracks come together. So they managed to do that,
you know,
prioritize those picks through there. The KOs came in
like,
abundance after that, and it was great to see.
they wouldn't even make sense.
Down to those last moments,
you know,
they still had the fight left in them. They still gave it their all.
They really do play so differently in that department.
The mission area, pushing it through to the convoy section now.
Sorry.
They've still got a hell of a long road to push through here. You know, it ain't over yet. That was just the first sector. I don't know how
I don't
far
think
they're
I
going to be able to take
even
it.
want them to do.
Well, we do know the Meteor M's are available for both Adam and, of course, Donald. It's going to be a tough one to see who's going to land first and actually get the value. Maybe we do see.
Are you
another
usually
quadra
negative
Meteor
as fuck like this,
maybe
or
even
12-hour stream?
That'd be insane, but there's no
Because
need
I
to
don't
go
want to
up
answer the
and
question because it's not something that I like.
There is, of
I
course,
don't
the
have
fact that we
input.
Lunar Snow,
My
Team
bad, I
Spirit,
guess.
and Online, both Faded to both worlds are ready to go as well. That could match the damage up, but a well-timed meteor, a well-placed meteor can shut down the dance floor. Now, of course,
Didn't know it puckered your
to
asshole
infinity.
that much.
This is the final match. This could be a technical pause. This could be a mental reset pause. We don't know. Tournaments do have these all the time, but what I'm thinking, Massey, what I'm thinking, right? Going forward, what needs to change here? Because Kanga
Has
almost held it
opinion,
down.
why so negative? Yeah,
Do
I
you
know.
think Vicious are feeling good on that momentum? Do you think right now can Vicious take it all the way? They don't have as much of a time bank as they would have wanted. They lost about 3-4 minutes towards the start, trying to get through to that first point.
T
Couple
done,
fights they should have won,
Prime.
but they didn't. Bought themselves a bit of a tough situation, but they're moving now, so they still have a chance. But what can Kanga do here to shut down Vicious' momentum and not even let them get past the first gate?
Well, it's just like,
Well,
that's just always how
I
it is,
reckon they've
Jeremy.
already done it.
Like,
Putting that pause through
No.
there, I think, is a great way to shut down the momentum of your
You can see
opposing
some-
team, and I think that that's gonna.
like
be
I even
hard
said
to
the first
come
guy
back
is like,
from.
yeah,
You know, I
it's,
don't
the
know which
games
team
play
that
differently.
put
There's
the
not
pause
much
through there.
really there. I
was
don't
feeling
have
it might
anything that I would
taken,
want.
You know, and I think that. It's
think I
good to
got
play
offended on his
tactically
behalf.
around that for one thing, to give your team a moment to tactically reflect on the situation at hand, but also to recompose yourselves into the battleground there. So
You know what I
very
should have done?
curious
I
to
should have
see
ran an ad
how
before I
things play
responded to
out
that
as
guy.
we do get back into the thick of it, you know, back in to the battleground here, because both teams, I'm sure, are going to be pumped up, ready to give it their absolute best. And they're going to be
That would have been the correct play.
Going to go a blow for blow.
I should have
but
asked him a question.
we'll see
Been like, what do you
how
mean by
things
that?
play
And then
out
hit the
once
button.
The game does get
And then while they're
unpaused.
sitting there typing,
I think we should be
that would
back
have been
in
smart.
action very, very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Should have thought about that one.
Yes, momentarily we'll get
What are you
back into
watching?
the-
We're watching the
back into
OCE
action, how
segment
good
of
one it's gonna be. Now,
the Rivals Ignite tournament, but they're
what a tough one.
in a pause
What a
at the
tough one
moment.
to
This is
see
map
right
5
here.
of the first
How
game.
is it going to unfold? The pause can change.
How am I awake? The
A lot
power of
things could be
ads.
happening. I just want to know, you know, getting back into the action. What are the picks we're going to see? The pause might lead to some switches, maybe some different hero picks. You know, different ultimates might get chugged down to 50%. You know, we might not see what we see coming forward, but we're back into the action right now. Let's get into
Wait, the
it.
game's already
This is
restarted?
KA Esports versus the
Wait, there's no
Vicious.
sound,
And it
though.
looks
What is
the
this?
momentum is actually
Hello?
still with the Vicious as they're almost towards the second game.
Wait,
getting back
we
to
missed a
action.
whole
Let's
fight.
catch up on what just happened over there. We saw a Wolverine switch from Rib right there. That actually pushed pace. That actually
Wait, we
moved
missed a
forward.
whole ass
Actually some
fight.
damage
What
and
the
cut down
fuck?
Kanga's early defense. Just when you thought the
We
pause
missed
could
all
have
of
been a
second.
factor, maybe tactical, maybe at the end of the day.
Oh
could have just
my
been a disconnect.
goodness.
At the end of the day, we do the right thing here. We keep moving. We put on a show. Matsy, what is it looking like? Because they've got 2 minutes and they've got one stretch left to take.
Saw me back.
Yeah, they've got a big push to make, one stretch left to take, and we'll see if they are going to be able to.
Oh, that guy's dead.
Eternal Bond comes down into the boundary.
Oh, he didn't die, actually. He lived.
Doing their best to keep their team alive, keep them fresh as it can be here, and we'll see if they are going to be able to find more from it, as the Vicious still have major momentum behind a push of the mission vehicle. But speaking of, Dance of the Butterfly coming out, they're trying to see if they can get some damage through. Goodbye, Taxi. They're focused up on Furikake. They actually get it. Skittles still
Holy
alive,
shit.
still kicking, not KO through yet, but the Vicious are focused up and shutting them down
Poor
one by
Ronald.
one, and this is a major push they can make.
Dude, nothing is
now.
worse
They're
genuinely than
halfway
playing
through towards the
fucking
last point here, and Kanga need to make a final
tanking the
stand.
freaking Wolverine, man.
The final stand. That's coming from Rib very soon because it's ready to go. Who's gonna land it? How's it gonna go off? I dropped my water bottle, but you know who isn't dropping the game right now? The momentum that's coming from the Vicious over here. Look at him going forward. Look at him feeling
Good kill.
Right there. Big Agamotto coming from Lumi right there. It's gonna start up the fight. Dex is gonna rush straight for the shadows. Alice in the top position right now gets Shadow Flash and Dash and KO.
Dude, Daxu is honestly kind of the big carry for Kanga here.
Haymakers are flying out. Misses a shot on Lumi. Gets the second one. The Haymaker hits on Lumi. It looks like the Vicious are gonna have to back up for now. Adam's on the back foot. They're gonna go for a stagger. They're gonna freeze and they're gonna dance and they're gonna hit a bit of a disrespectful stagger. My goodness, Adam finally gets taken down. 25 seconds left right now. This is the final push for the Vicious. Are they gonna make it, Massey? There's ults online for Kanga more than the Vicious. 15 seconds to go.
It's a dangerous one, isn't it? The Vicious have to really play down to the wire here. All they've got is the Fate of Both Worlds. Invisible Boundary very close by, though. Really could.
Yeah, this is map 5. The Stagger's they're gonna do everything they can to win.
They're staying composed as well. Really holding on to it. Oh no, the Omega Hurricane though could be exactly.
Wait, do they have
what
support
they
ult
need.
for this?
Taxi in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they did. They have Luna
Does
ult.
get shut down. Illumi, good for it.
That's really
Donald
bad.
Does catch Revsy as well. Skittles
Oh,
jumping into him.
Ronald.
From there, Dance in the butterfly could be activated as well. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it.
XCYX.
Atlas is gone. Here we
Or
go.
XCYZ.
Ready for battle.
Z, whatever. Thing in Prime. Appreciate you.
Shut them down.
Dude.
Lock it in place.
He done make
and
it Prime?
keep
I
it
didn't
at
apologize.
2.
Unreal, unbelievable. There it is. That is a turn of the tides right there. What an insane comeback going forward.
Game spin? This
Just
is
when you
game
thought
5
they were
right
down
now,
around,
and
they
honestly, they just held on
pushed a
second.
fair chunk of a bit. Now, similar situation we had.
Kanga
earlier
has
on
a chance to win this after being down, what,
What's going to happen
2-0?
here?
2-1?
What is going to happen here? Do Kanga have what it takes to get their time?
Oh, no, it
to
was,
get their
1
turn
no,
and push
2-1.
it all the way to the mark?
Because
that
we missed the
Vicious
beginning.
left it at. This is officially it. It's their final push to win. If
No,
they
mosquitoes
push,
are evil.
they're pushing
Think of the
straight
Prime.
into the grand finals against Ground Zero Gaming. But if the Vicious hold it down, they're going to be holding down the fort, building their path directly into the grand finals. That's where it's going to be. That's how we're going to find out. Let's see how it unfolds. Let's see some of these picks. Look at the damage output coming from Chronix and Daxu. 11k, 14k each. Ribs doing 10k. Revs is doing 15k almost. Big strategist presence as well from Skittles, from Furikake, Asher, and Alice. Almost 20k each. Alice on the 17k mark. There is so much sustain pouring into these teams right now. The Vanguards are feeling nice and healthy, able to dive in, able to do some damage, but 15 seconds left until these doors open, until we find out what's going to happen. But Lumi is back on the Doctor Strange. Who's going to get it this time? Massey, we've seen it earlier today. Texi and Lumi out here doing the portal hijinks on each other. Who's going to get the take this time?
2, 1.
That's going to be the big question.
Highest skill ceiling? I feel like it's
It
Mag.
looks like they're not even thinking about it. Oh, that they will, though, the Vicious. Trying to play around his
Try to
one.
kidnap him.
See if they can make some impact from that. Texi maybe playing the long game on this one, though. I feel like they've got deeper strategies in mind, and curious to see when they will be activating their own one.
Combos on him are really not difficult.
Themselves closer and closer to the mission area right here. Getting
Really,
prepared and
E,
getting
left foot,
dangerous
two
here.
punches,
Let's see
taking
who
a
can land
wall.
the first KO.
First KO is what you want to see. Daxu's a bit of pain right now. Ooh, Revsy almost gets. Oh, Revsy does get picked by Chronix right there. With a win slash for the KO.
What turning is this? This is the OCE section of the Rivals Ignite.
Ribben gets Ribben in the backline, pushing the torch back. There it is, snuffing the fire. There it is right now. Chronic being bulwarked and protected by the Magneto. That's what you want from Donald right there, enabling them. They've captured
no
it a
problem.
third of the way. They're already on the halfway mark. The Vicious aren't there.
Honestly, if Kanga comes back and wins this, it would be kind of hype.
Adam's trying to push in and not make it. Boundaries up, and they do make it the last second. Donald hits it. That's him on right there. Hurricane's coming from Chronix right there. And then Donald's going to be slashing with the binary blade. And then it's going to be a big one. Go by Adam right
Donald with a big kill.
Jesse takes a one. Double, triple KO for Donald on the Magneto. They cap but they get moving. The Vicious are going to have to regroup right now as Kanga have momentum. 5 minutes in the bank to take it home. Do they have what it takes?
Ooh, do they have what it takes? That's going to be the ultimate question here. The decider to come out of this one, as they got ultimates online for days, but the Vicious, they got a lot of their own online to try and zone out a bit of time here. Rebsy, so close indeed to the Dance of the Butterfly as well. That is going to be 5 ultimates at their disposal in a second here. Very curious when they use them. It's now. Supernova's online. They're burning through. Donald bringing out the Meteor as well. Not going to be able to find anything from it. Dance of the Butterfly coming through. Rebsy holding on video.
He soul-ulted? Wait, he missed. He fell on the low ground.
Everybody clashing.
Wait, they tried to soul the other Psylocke and missed.
Do find the KO from that one onto Skittles, and they're looking for so much more. The Vicious desperately trying to hold on. They're getting it. The Maelstrom finds the double down there. Furikake so low. Goodbye. The Vicious find their way back. Just when you think Kanga has it in them to take it, the Vicious strike back.
Striking back and striking true right there.
Yeah, this is a not great fight for Kanga.
They finally stopped Kanga's momentum. 3 minutes 40 on the clock. They need to buy as much time as they can before they get outdoors right now.
Left click, left click, right click, left click. Just deleted that guy. Holy shit.
By Donovan Texie holding up the Seraphim shield and the Bulwark shield. Now, going forward, this is their plan. They have the Meteor ready to go. Chronix has Hurricane as well to answer. There it is as we start up the storm and call upon the power of lightning. And we see a tornado going through, busting on through the damage right now, but it's going to back off back to their team as we're going to see a return of the favor.
Storm of Portal backs away.
Does manage to get some stains, get them back into the contestation of the Clintar convoy right here. We see
I can break through this. Oh, that's how. Uh-oh. Goes for the Luna. Wait, that was smart, actually. That was actually really smart. Baited it. Dude, that is an amazing photo right there. LeBronald. Dude, I feel like these games are coming down to whose Magneto pops off harder. Oh, never mind. Wolverine's out. Good luck.
And the Vicious hold it down in a fight yet again.
Oh my word, they have managed to hold strong.
Dog cookies.
Just over 2 minutes left
yeah,
on the
just
clock
how it be
as
on
well,
drop days.
And I love the power
Yo,
of that
Flats,
Wolverine
just
there.
because I know chat loves it, I am donating for back-to-back
It was huge
5
for them,
minutes of
you know,
pure
pulling
ads,
through
let's
with the
fucking
comeback here.
go.
But speaking of a comeback,
Appreciate
the portal
it.
is bringing Kanga
The
back
button
just
is
as
on
nice and
cooldown,
quick here.
unfortunately.
We'll see what they can catch from it. Omega Hurricane on its way through. Oh no,
I tried.
Rockline and Tinker. Tunnel's been taken for a ride again, but the Omega Hurricane is taking Vicious away as well. Look at all these KOs coming through.
Oh,
Daxter good for it
the
on
BP
Black
is out.
Panther. You can feel the wrath coming through. Bast could be online anytime soon as well. And this is exactly what Kanga need to elevate themselves.
Dude, they gotta kill the damn
closer
Wolverine.
to the next point.
Wait, he just stalled for so long and they can TP back now.
Is what they need to take themselves to grand final station, but a portal from the sky this time bringing the fight back to them. Agamotto clear in the house from Texie this time, comboing into the total from Skittles. Dexter hitting the animation cancel resets on the Black Panther T'Challa. Skittles gets a big on rib right there. The Magneto Meteor is charging up again. Who's it going to crash down on? It's blocked out by the shield right there, and we see the Dance of the Butterfly start.
Got the invis, which is huge. Gets both supports. Wait, they might hold this. Wait, they're actually gonna hold it. That Wolverine stall meant so much. Holy.
That means there are 40 seconds left. The Vicious won another fight yet again for this defense. Are they gonna hold it down?
Me drinking water.
Have maybe one, maybe two more fights left to push past this gate. Is it gonna happen?
Last fight for Kanga. If they lose this fight, they go home. If they win, they have a little more time to win.
Dance online. Oh, Agamotto! Gets faster! Triple KO's coming through, but Tremble before Bast and Daxter trying to keep their team online. They are going to be shut down. It's all over now. Oh Oh my gosh, the Vicious!
That was fire.
Kanga need to get on, but no, they're taken out. The Vicious!
Holy shit, that was actually fire.
There it is. Off to the grand finals. The Vicious flipped the script, rewrote history, broke the sacred timeline, and they're going to face Ground Zero in the grand finals for Marvel Rivals Ignite OC. MVP deserved to the Sorcerer Supreme.
That is a deserved MVP. Holy shit. That was fire.
The Vicious are victorious.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? The Vicious, against all odds, enact their revenge and have now got their chance to face Ground Zero in the grand final. I cannot believe it played out like this. We see the repeat matchup all the way through from back in the Invitational, and now they've ran it back and they've taken the W.
Unbelievable. We are actually witnessing a grand finals in the Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE where the two teams have not faced each other in the playoffs or group stage. How exciting is that? We are literally in the pure definition of unknown territory, in uncharted waters, in skies that we have not yet documented. This is it. We are talking about.
All right, chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, get up and stretch. We should have some time. I bet it's gonna be like 10 minutes between the matches. I bet it's gonna be a good amount of time. I'll be right back. I'll be back a little faster. But I'm guessing it's gonna be for a little bit. Give me 1 sec.
And honorable respect to Kanga Esports for putting on a massive performance, massive masterclass, coming as #1 in the Invitational, coming out here, putting on everyone on show, climbing through the group stage, putting on big performances through their group stage, as well as the playoffs this week. Unluckily, falling to the Vicious, but damn was it well fought, damn was it down to the absolute final wire. You got to give big love to the Kanga Esports for putting on a show for us today with the Vicious. A best of 5 like that, they don't happen often, but when they do, they're a damn welcome prize.
Oh yeah, they are. What a series it was. You know, I was hoping it would go all 5 maps, and both teams absolutely delivered on all cylinders. We saw the game of the ages there, and that was just the lower final. If that's how the lower final is, my man, imagine the grand final right around the corner. Oh my gosh.
Right around the corner is going to be potentially the greatest match of Marvel Rivals in OCE, let alone maybe even the world in Marvel Rivals Ignite. I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. We've only just begun. The hype has only just started today. It's going to be a big one going into a best of 7, but that is how it be. Now we're going to have an interview soon with the Vicious to see how they're feeling coming from that. How exciting is that one going to be, Massey? We want to see how they feel. I know Ground Zero is happy. Ground Zero did say they wanted to verse the Vicious. They got their wishes. The question is, are they going to regret that?
Is it going to come back to sting them like a scorpion? We'll see just how things play out there. You know, they are going to bring out some of that ferocity. We've seen some amazing potential from the Vicious all day long here, and I'm sure that watching from afar, you know, keeping a hawk eye over things is at Ground Zero as well. You know, that hunter's sight is online there. They've been eagerly watching how things have been going there, and eager to see how things play out once we do get into that matchup as well. You know, it really does make me think, like, after playing such a drawn-out series, are the Vicious still going to have gas in the tank, or will Ground Zero, you know, be fresh? They haven't played today. Are they going to be fresh, able to take control of this one early on? Like, it really is something to think about, right?
Yeah, definitely something to think about. I mean, we already know. Speaking of, you know, are they fresh? Are they ready to go? Are they warmed up? I can tell you right now, their engines are revved up because Revs is cooking on the absolute Psylocke right there. There's so much going forward. Lumi's Doctor Strange, again, is absolutely a flagship vanguard in this region. That Agamotto absolutely was winning them those fights towards the end there. Just consistent, dropping in, dropping Agamottos 3, 4, 5, stun locked out of the fight, giving them so much power to enable, shutting down what could have been potentially big clobbering times, big Agamotto even coming from Chronix. Like, just so much that could have happened there. At the end of the day, going forward, that is the performance you want from our finalists in the Marvel Rise Ignite. It's exciting to see the Vicious step up to the plate and bring it home for themselves to get themselves in the grand finals. How exciting is that? But I do want to say, Kanga Esports are absolute legends in the scenes. Their massive performance was there to be noted. They didn't play the meta to absolute oblivion like the rest of the teams did. They played with their strengths. They played with confidence and signature picks. They did work around it. They did some obscure things, but a lot of the times I feel like the bans shut down what could have been magical for them. At the end of the day, sometimes it really can be like that. Your bans and your picks can decide the tide of the fight. But going forward, Kanga Esports, they're going to be back stronger than ever. They do net themselves third place, which is, you know, some good prize money for them. You know, they still walk away with a bit of a bag and a good time and a well-fought experience against their fellow rivalers in the Ignite OCE scene. But going forward, the Vicious now have a minute to breathe, have some time to relax before they get into the actual real big one today as they go into the grand finals against.
Thank you for playing ads during the match so we went to the toilet. I can do both. Here, have some more.
Ground Zero Gaming's
have some
team
more.
is thinking right now. What are we thinking their players are thinking going forward? They wanted Vicious. Do you think they feel confident? Do you think they feel threatened? Do you think they're regretting? What do we think is in the mind of the Ground Zero gamer right now?
I think in some ways they may be feeling at least a little bit threatened, but based on their performance pretty much the whole way through
Job
the
is done.
You know, I'm sure that confidence is still going to be shining through. I think that they're going to be pumped up, feeling on top of their game as they have been pretty much every day. Like, they've only lost one map to Kanga. That's a fact, right? And the Vicious, you know, they went neck and neck with Kanga, and it really does beg the question on how they are going to perform.
Yo, thanks, Trips. Appreciate you.
I'm sure Ground Zero, considering what kind of match this is, being a grand.
Yeah, this next one is going to be. This one actually took forever. We started watching, I think, at 12, and we missed 2 maps.
I feel like they
and it was an hour and a half. So this could be end up being like another like hour and a half, 2 hour banger. Hour and a half, it's 3-0. 2.5 hours if it's 5 map series. If not more, actually, because wait, they haven't even done player interviews. Oh my god, it's gonna chat. We're gonna be here a long time.
Welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you on board again.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Yeah.
Now,
just waiting.
Adam, as we now have established your name is Air Adam. Just curious, what came to mind? We're going to rewind it back. That last match, we'll get back to that, but I just want to rewind back to one of the biggest moments in this best of 5. How did you feel landing that Quadra Magneto Meteor M? That's got to be a feeling.
Yeah, it feels very nice to make a big play like that on the stage. Yeah, feels amazing.
That's a lot of shoes.
I wouldn't doubt that for even one moment.
That's a lot of shoes.
I guess, you know, heading into your next matchup, you know, you made some predictions yesterday on how'd you go against Kanga there, but what's the scoreline you're thinking of for this next one, Adam? I'm curious.
I mean, the next one's obviously an easy 4-0, right? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I've got a good track record for that.
You just came out of the fight of your life and you think 4-0? I respect that. I absolutely respect it. Right now, okay, let's establish this. Let's double check some facts. Have you ever versed Ground Zero Gaming before with the Vicious team?
We scrimmed them, I think, twice when we first made the roster.
Listen.
So,
I'm gonna snipe you.
We're still trialing people, you know.
This guy said, "Bye, chat. I'm going to the official rival channels." Last being too full of himself. No, he's had his panties in a bunch ever since Crap timed him out for making a joke about making a tier list and putting people at the top, and then they die.
We're completely
and then made a
changed.
Diddy party joke, which is like the most cringy fucking 16-year-old shit, and got timed out again. And ever since then has been like really low key, like snarky the entire time.
Matchup, you know,
so
what was like the feeling for you guys after you finally reached the end of the road?
That's why I laugh at you.
Drawn out, hard fought matchup. Like, what's the fresh thought from you guys at the end of this series?
I catch everything.
Like a finally moment from everyone. It was literally just, oh, it's over. Thank goodness.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, before we obviously send you off to, you know, take a bit of a breather before we
Do you
get
really
into
catch
the
everything?
grand finals,
I catch like 90%
what
of
do you
stuff.
want to say to all the folks watching at home, rooting for the Vicious to potentially win this grand
But,
finals? All
hey,
the folks
good job
supporting you
trying
guys,
to
going crazy in the
high
chat,
road.
hyping you up to win that best of 5.
Surely
Stages,
it
you're
wasn't
better
being
than-
upset about being timed out multiple times
Hey,
because of
thank
stupid
you for
jokes.
being here. This tournament wouldn't be without the viewers, so
That last game was
we're just
pretty
hoping for a
crazy. It
progressive
was
win for
pretty
you guys.
crazy. I kind of wanted Kanga to come back and win it, but
Beautiful.
honestly, VC kind of played way better that most of that series. So
Love
I
it.
think the last series will be better with them in
Stellar
it.
there, Adam, and I really want to wish you and the team the best of luck. You know, I reckon you brought out a lot of your cards in that last matchup, but I really do hope.
Is the
that
tourney
there's
still
more
going? Yeah, this
surprises
is
in
going to be
store,
the
you know? I
finals
was
coming
talking
up
about
for
random compositions. You know, we
OCE.
got that new magic costume in the Twitch drops there. I hope maybe we see something like that, something completely out of the ordinary. You know, obviously, like yesterday, don't unleash your secrets, but I'm hopeful for you guys. I think you guys have a lot of spark behind you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we know for a fact that Adam and the rest of the Vicious are going to ignite.
Yeah, you
that
missed Kanga
spark.
versus
Of course,
Vicious,
here
but
Marvel
now
Rising
it's
Knight
Vicious
in the OC
versus
region in
Ground
the
Zero.
show. But just quickly, I want to say to you, Adam, of course, good luck. Any final words you want to say to your?
Are you excited for the
opponents,
Sentinel
Ground
matchup
Zero
tomorrow?
Gaming
I won't
squad
be
that are
streaming
watching
it
right now.
tomorrow. Sorry.
Just better watch out and not choke.
I might get on early and do EU matches, but I won't be on that late.
Love it. You're gonna psych him out now. You watch.
All right, we'll leave it on that. Thank you, Adam. Best of luck to you and the Vicious squad. Have a good one. See you in a little bit.
Appreciate it. Bye.
There it is, Massey. There
Yeah,
it
now they
is.
have to.
That's
Vicious has to
Adam
win again
from
right
us.
now.
Here, Adam now, as we coined the term
Against a different team.
Meteors.
This is finals for OCE.
I'm just. The
Here, Adam.
Magneto is just
Yo,
going
thanks,
crazy,
CG.
all right? At this point, we just got to combine Magneto and Meteor, put it together because goodness.
Yeah,
every time
I
we see
mean,
Magneto
because it's the
in
same team
MRI,
playing
it
again,
is
there's
absolutely
probably going to
gone
be a
crazy
bit,
in
I
the
feel like.
OCE region. They're just so consistent. Other regions, they got Jeff Natos. But our Magnetos, we got 3 of them doing work out here, doing so much. Dunkmaster Dupe is the Magneto that Adam will be facing, as LeBron is now in 3rd place, but our legend LeBron is. Now, let's rewind a little bit, back into the action that came from that amazing best of 5 on Clintar, the final map. Donald getting picks right here, doing it up, doing it.
Yeah, he's kind of right. The Magnetos of OCE are the most fun to watch.
Highlights flexing are out now. Matt C, look at Revsy. Revsy's cooking. Revsy was doing so much damage output.
They kinda determine who
I'm curious to
wins.
see how this is going to go against FMCL, who's also a really good hella on the side of the Ground Zero Gaming.
Oh, yeah, FMCL.
FMCL is one to watch, you know. But speaking of ones to watch, 6 on the Hella is definitely one to watch as well. You know, definitely keen to see how they perform against them there. We saw some amazing highlight plays out of that 5th and final map. Can't believe it, you know, it still feels so surreal to see how that game played out there, but it played out the way it did, and now, at the bare minimum, we know that Kanga is locked in to 3rd place there, and now we will decide who will be 2nd, who will be 1st for our champion in the grand final coming next.
Oh, coming next indeed. Cannot wait for that. See the final matchup of the day. We're finally here at the grand finals of Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE. Massey, this is it. Home stretch, baby. That's the way it is. That's how we do it down under. That's the way the region rolls. We're going to do it up. We're going to put on a massive show for everybody watching across the globe.
I'm hoping
Show
it's
you
not
how
going to be a really
OCE's
long
finals get
intermission
down and
between the
get down to
games.
business. We're going to come back after a short break. When
Oh,
we
short
start
break.
with our amazing grand finals
If it's
between
gonna-
Ground Zero
I have a
Gaming
feeling it's gonna be
and
10
the
minutes.
Vicious. Be back in a minute.
Today, the age of Ultron begins. Termination. Challenge me, you animals. Efforts perfection. You would have failed without me.
All right, it's going to be 20 minutes. Honestly, I'm about to go get a pillow and get comfy. Go take a nap on the floor. You down to communicate with me through TTS? Grab a blanket too?
Go, my children. Make yourself useful.
Yo, Caden, thank you for 4 months. I appreciate it, dude. Maybe not a bad idea. I don't know if I got a blanket ready. I can go take a look. The thing is, you're not going to be able to hear me down there. You know? You know what? Hang on. Oh, let me go see if I got a blanket. You can communicate with me through TTS.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
How's this sound? Oh. I hope I don't break my mic arm. I will communicate through TTS. What are you guys up to? This is actually way more comfy than I expected. From this angle, my mic arm looks like it's about to snap. Oh, this actually, it's kind of doing wonders for my back. Hold on, I gotta move around a little bit. Just. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Ooh, this feels pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see that far away. I do not have Hawkeyes. I can't believe we gotta wait 14. Crazy.
How are the new headphones so far?
If I'm honest, I probably wouldn't spend the money I spent on them again.
Up to nothing.
They're not
Sleep
like
well,
that.
sweet prince. May the dulcet tones of Brian lull you into a false sense of security. Oh
Real.
no. It's been 10 minutes. Your eyes have closed already. Don't
Yep.
sleep. The weird goose man is coming.
I haven't seen the Goose Man forever. These headphones are strange. They feel like I'm not wearing headphones. Like the quality is really good, but they're very similar to my previous headphones in terms of quality. But they're like extremely light on the ears. Strange. They're comfy though. Very comfy. I mean, they should be for how expensive they are, but yeah, I probably wouldn't buy them again, but I'll probably keep them. They're nice. Damn, I shut my eyes for that whole time and only a minute has passed? That's crazy.
Today, the age of Ultron begins. Termination.
Wait, I just realized I can say shit. And you guys, I don't even have to read you. Oh, wait, hang on. You know what really, let's go back to, you know what sucks? Arby sucks. Arby sucks. Long John Silver's is a front. What else? Canes without sauce is mid. Yo, when was the last time you've been to a BK? Every time I go by a BK now, they're like in like a concrete building with like silver paint. They look like prisons. You know what I'm talking about?
All targets eliminated.
Also, this is such a good
So
idea.
about that secret you don't really have. We are
What?
here to discuss how fast food nowadays is shit. Please rate your top 3 chain/fast food.
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't really eat a whole lot of fast food anymore. This might be a hot take. I feel like fast food fell off.
Make yourself
It's like really dog shit now. If I really had to pick, in no particular order, Popeyes. Problem with Popeyes is you gotta sit in the line for 45 minutes, and it's a 50-50 shot if the workers there actually felt like popping off today or not. Like if they're locked in, best experience. If they don't give a fuck, oh, you're in for a bad day. You got wet mac and cheese. You got a wet skin chicken. You asked for some sweet heat. They gave you a singular sweet heat. Number 2, Taco Bell. I used to be a big Taco Bell hater back in the day, but over time I've come to realize that Taco Bell is just misunderstood. You have to know when you go to Taco Bell, you're going to go home after you eat it. You're not going out for the night. You're not going to someone's house. You're not going to the bar. You're going home. And the reason why you're going home is because you're going to shit your brains out. But that's okay. And last but not least, I was gonna say Chick-fil-A, but I feel like Chick-fil-A fell off a fucking cliff. They fucked up their fries, they fucked up their chicken. So I can't say that no more. I think someone resubbed. Yo, thank you for the resub, whoever that was. I can't see from here. Yeah, I can't see from here. It's too far. I don't got eagle eyes. I think it's... I see a bunch of numbers. Number 3? Number 3, a tough one. You know, I should have brought my phone with me. That would have been a good idea. Does Chipotle count? Not that I would say Chipotle, but I'm just wondering. Oh. I had an idea. Panda Express. I haven't been to Panda Express in forever, but low key, you go in there with like 10 bucks, you're walking out full. And it's very rarely ever shit. I think Panda's gotta be up there. Know what? Nah, scratch that. I have to go with Five Guys. I forgot. Yeah, you gotta take out a mortgage or sell a kidney, but it is kind of good. Yeah, okay, I gotta, alright. Here it is, the refined top 3. Well, I actually don't know if I want to put them in order. Nah, that's my top 3, fuck it. I really should have brought my phone. I could have read chat. You know, I still got 8 minutes. I gotta get my phone. Back to my spot. Right, dude. Almost broke the arm.
Who just showed up?
Also, I'm only gonna read Twitch chat because I can only read one chat at a time on my phone. Oh, I can see me. Do you think the recluse was working alone? Nah, that's fucked up to say while I'm down here. I hope fucking... I don't know. I hope fucking you step on a Lego. Are we having a sleepover? No, I just gotta kill 20 minutes. Figured I'd kill 20 minutes in comfort. You know? Yo, Boop, thing with the bits.
Now that we have broken the ice, we can be a little more vulnerable and ask the juicy question. Who are your top 3 mods? Just kidding. We all know that the favorite child is Twitch chat. But
True.
Actually top 3 Pokemon types.
Dragon, fire, water. At least got a pillow? I got a pillow. I got a pillow right here. How do I sound, by the way? Do I sound fine? Can you hear me fine? Yo, Pseudo Brat, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sounds good? Really good? Hell yeah. Sounds like you're laying down? That's weird. Why would it sound like I'm laying down? Hype it up? How am I supposed to hype it up from the floor?
Run, I got a hard pass on the Five Guys take. Last time I had from them, the bag was so greasy that my bag broke and my food spilled all over the floor. The grease is almost as much as the drink you get with your order.
Alright, that's kind of fair. That's fair, but that's why you gotta get napkins. You're gonna like dab it a little. You know, you ever gotta look at like a shit pizza from like a really shitty place, but like it's like $6? Well, maybe not anymore. It's probably like 10 bucks now. You just take napkins or paper towels and you dab it a little. You sound like you feel better? Oh, I'm having a great time down here. You shouldn't have to. Well, I mean, you shouldn't have to do a lot of things in life, but sometimes you do. Oh my god. I feel like my back's alignment's being fixed. How long are you supposed to lay down on your back on a hard floor to make your back feel better? Isn't that like a thing? Sounds like excuses? Your mom feels sounds like excuses. Ah, that was kind of mean. Like 20 minutes? Well, whoa, do I have a timer? Bro, I have a pillow. Listen to my fucking voice. I once ate a US Domino's. Why are they so oily? Well, that was your first mistake. Well, again, I guess it depends on where you live, but at least where I live, chain restaurant pizza is ass. You get a local place every time. What are we gonna do if TikTok detects inactivity? Well, I think TikTok's just cooked at that point. Actually, I probably have to get up at that point, because it might think I'm trolling. You think random TikTok chatters that are scrolling by are just really confused on what they're looking at? Probably. What the hell are you looking at? What are you looking at? You pushing, buddy. Yeah, mind your business. Mind your fucking business. Keep it moving.
I never miss.
This might be the most tame thing on a TikTok live. Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. Probably see some shit over there. I can't vibe as hard to the music down here. Do I fuck with eel? Nah. You wiggle your toes? Oh, I'm wiggling the fuck out of my toes right now. My tails are going. My toes are going crazy. Favorite game outside of Hero Shooters? Hero Shooters is not even my favorite game anymore. The last game that really blew me away in the last year was probably Stardew. Stardew, Elden Ring blew me away this past year. BG3 was really good. Probably top 3 for the past year. It took years, but we finally got a flats. Yeah, not wrong actually. You got a point. God of War. God of War was good. I wouldn't say it was my favorite game. Of all time? I don't know off the top of my head of all time. Tough one. I have a hard time picking one major favorite. Chat, I got a fart. You think it'll rumble the floor? It went away.
It is time.
Oh shit, they're
Get
back.
Ready for the grand
There might be a bunch of
finals
yapping though,
Marvel
so I'm gonna
Rivals
chill.
Ignite OCE.
When it actually
My name
starts,
is
I'll get up.
I will be a caster this evening, as well as Matsy will be casting today. Matsy, how are you feeling for this
Gifted
fiery
sub if I
evening?
hear it shake the ground.
I'm build fire up.
Brother, if you
I'm
hear it
feeling
shake the
pumped,
ground through a
I'm good
mic,
to go.
that shit
Just
would be like
your
an
teams
earthquake.
Into this grand final. It is gonna be absolutely wild into this one, Liger. It is gonna be.
Is bro
the
okay?
series
Mind your
we've all
business.
been waiting for.
I just
Yo.
got
End
here.
of the
Why are you
road.
on the floor?
One team
Because we had to
takes
wait
it
20
all,
minutes, so I
takes
decided to
away
take a
30,000
to
US
take a
dollars, the
flat
top
nap.
Prize, Liger.
And now I'm waiting for the
our
matches to
eyes are
start.
on that prize, but Liger, There's
think the
something
16
else
months.
that they could be taking if they take away first place.
Fart
as
Quake would
well.
be crazy.
What
Honestly, that would be
this just I
insane.
wonder?
This just in, confirmation has been locked in, confirmed, done and dusted. Get ready to know the winner of the Marvel Rivals Ignite in the OCE region. That's right. Not only do they win $30,000 US.
I just saw him on the floor.
They also.
What, you did not see me down here? What are you, fucking blind?
Season finals in Marvel Rivals Ignite. That's right. There's one slot up for grabs for the OCE region. Whoever wins this will be going to the mid-season finals. That's right. It's a big one. In-person event.
Oh, it's coming back.
Can't get any bigger than that for
Hang
the
on.
region.
Coming back.
That's what we're
Hold
playing
up.
for. That's what is at stake.
Oh yeah, that's what's at stake. We are going to see our winner make their way through to the mid-season finals there. Excited to see exactly how the landscape transforms around that one, you know? Who else is going to be there? Who knows?
What's the
They
white
could
lump on the
face it.
floor?
Who
It's your
knows?
mother.
It's all going to be decided in the coming days, in the coming moments. Definitely get excited for what's to come for that one. But we do know that our champion will be there.
That's right. But our role here today is to find out who is our champion, who is the champion of the OCE region, who are we sending into Ignite to represent all of us down under over here. The question we're going to answer is going to happen today. We're going to find out if it's going to be Ground Zero Gaming or the Vicious coming off a terrifying win, taking down Kanga Esports, locking themselves into the top tier position, which means good prize money as well. But that's not all they want. They want the bragging rights. They want that place in mid-season finals. They want to take it home.
I don't want to push the fart, but it's not coming out.
Going into this matchup, Matsy, Ground Zero Gaming, very formidable in the group stage, in the qualifiers, in the playoffs. Coming from the group of misery, that is a tough one. But the Vicious were the leaders, that's right, of Group B. Pen to paper, our leaders in the group stage from Group A and Group B.
I think I see what they mean by
the
laying on the
finals.
floor for 20
Bit of a
minutes.
tough one going
If
through
it's a
the
hardwood
playoffs.
floor or
It was a bit of a
whatever, to
mix-up. We weren't
fucking
sure how it was going to end up, but we've got it locked and loaded.
what's the word?
The top dogs are here. It is officially time for the top dogs of OCE, Ground Zero Gaming versus the dark horses of OCE with the Vicious. Which also means we get a little bit of a Magneto specialist face-off between Duke Master, sorry, Dunk Master Dupe. Oh, might as well call him Dupe Master at this point.
You lay down for 20 minutes and then
Alright,
like
this is gonna be a fun one.
recess your back
Let's
or
go
whatever.
Man Magneto.
I kind of feel it
Please,
now.
Let's get the double Magneto action. Let's get the Magneto mirror going. I'd love to see that. Also,
Thought bro was just
FMC
gone.
Wolverine
I wonder how
would be
many people
excited
have come
to see.
in and just
I'd love to
didn't
see
think I
some
was
Psylocke.
here.
I'd love to see some
They just
Loki.
thought I left.
There's so many picks I want to see, but what we know is we're going to have the Lunar Snows out there. We're going to have Invisible Woman, Sue Storm doing it up, Invisible Boundaries, all of the team ups that you can bloody well imagine. So much fantastic.
Well, I can read it because I have my phone in my hand.
They're
Do you
gonna
not
put
see
it
my
all on the
phone?
line. Every single strategy that they have practiced, they have
Do you not
screened,
see
that
my
they have learned,
phone?
They're going to bring it all out on the line right now in a best of 7. That's right.
You aren't
And just like the
immediately
Vicious,
noticeable?
Player before Adam said he wants the 4-0. The question is,
Are you telling
they
me
gonna handle
I'm
that and
sneaky?
take that from Ground Zero? But I'm done rhyming. I'll let Massey explain how important are the stakes going forward for both these teams.
Yeah, I'm very
Stakes are gonna
sneaky.
be
Sneaky
so,
snake.
so important. You know, we got a first place taking away $30,000 US dollars out of our $75,000 total. prize
Vision
pool
based
there.
on
And
movement.
Second place is going to be right close behind them. I believe that's at 15,000 if I'm not mistaken, or it could be a bit less than that. I'll have to think about that for a second. But it's pretty close behind, and not just a cash prize pool that comes through from our winners, you know, we are going to have their slot secured into the mid-season finals. So, huge stuff coming out from our victor. Could it be Ground Zero? Could it be the Vicious? One must take it all. One can take the grand prize there and earn their golden ticket through to the mid-season finals. So, definitely going to be playing their very best if they want to have their chance to play on the world stage.
Ooh, that's the stage we all want to be on now. The question is, to the folks at home, who are you rooting for? Say it in the chat right now. Get your chants going. Get your copy pastas ready.
I'm so
Let
glad
the
I stayed
folks
down
know
here, by the way, when
at
I
home,
flip back.
who
There's like
are you
another like
rooting
10
for?
minutes of
Is it
yapping.
Ground Zero Gaming or the Vicious? The question is going to be answered soon.
Me following the hand? I'm not joking. I just
Winners
watched the
are gonna
viewership
be
jump back up by
revealed very
1,000
soon.
by moving my hand around. People tabbed back and went, "Oh, he's back." Wait, what?
As you know, we're gonna go to Convoy and Convergence. We're gonna switch it up on different maps. We're gonna go to Wakanda. We're gonna go to Tokyo 2029. We're gonna do so much more than that. We're gonna go to Asgard, Yggdrasil, you name it, Yggdrasil, all of the above. We're going to Krakow, we're going to Arako, we're going all across the Marvel Rivals universe to find out
What kind of
who's the
spell
best
are
of
you
the
cooking
best so
up?
that
I'm
we can
cooking up
leave
some
behind the
ads.
rest and see who is gonna
I'm
claim
cooking up
the Marvel
you should use your
Rivals
free
Ignite
Twitch Prime
Championship
sub.
in the OCE region.
I'm cooking up
It's gonna be
some
Ground Zero, or it's gonna be the Vicious,
I don't know,
and it's gonna find out
stuff.
who really is gonna take it all the way home, straight to the mid-season finals, straight to the global stage, straight to the history books. Marvel Rivals history.
my hand's cramping from doing that now.
Today, stick around.
Switching
tell your
hands.
family, tell your friends, get in the chat, get viewing, get watching, open up the stream on all your devices. It's about to go off. It's about to go down. These two teams are gonna run it down, Rivals, and it's gonna be an absolute blast of a time.
Oh, yes, it is. We are going to have an absolute blast with all this chaos that is going to come past us here. Definitely excited to see exactly how that plays out. But, you know, like, considering how many maps we potentially could
Wish I
be
cast
going
from here.
to, maybe this is a good chance for us, you know, to have a role in the game outside of casting. Maybe we can get our magnifying glasses out and search for Blade and see if we can find out.
I think you
where
have
he's
a
gone.
ghost.
Because you mentioned before he woke up. Where is he? Where's Blade gone?
He's up, he's awake, he's out and about. He's not resting in the Empire of Wakanda anymore. He is out and about, he's on the hunt. The question is, how soon will we see Blade?
Oh, that's
I
funny
hope
as shit.
I hope very soon. I've been waiting for Blade for a long time. Blade, as
Oh, man.
one of the first Marvel comics
The
characters.
PC just grew legs. You should probably cut those
cinema
off.
and TV screens from a long time ago with Blade 1. Now, to answer the question, we've seen Blade very early on in Marvel Rivals lore history. There are so many heroes and villains teased all across the Marvel Rivals maps. We got Hive on Charter Space. We had Emma on Krakoa. Now Emma's in the game. Suddenly someone else with a helmet of intellectual design has also been teased. I wonder who that's going to be. And a sort of someone else who brings the fire. Maybe to a certain forceful extent is also going to be someone.
I don't see an issue with floor streaming. Honestly, it could be the meta.
Look,
I might start a new Twitch meta right here, right now.
It's not about the law.
You know, like,
it's about today.
you can't
It's about the players,
drop
the
farm,
the heat and
well,
the now and how they're gonna
AFK.
perform. But Messi,
Well,
I want to know.
I'm not AFK. I'm here.
It's time for the prediction. I'm gonna put it to
You know, I'm just,
We're gonna make that prediction right here and now.
you know what I
In
mean?
This best of 7. What do we think the map spread's gonna be?
I'm casting from the floor.
4-1, 4-0.
Honestly, I can see
Could
enough
be.
of the screen. Like,
Who
I'll
do you
just have to,
think's
like,
taking home the gold.
you know what I mean?
I mean, if I'm aligned with Adam's prediction, then it's 4-0 for the Vicious. But if
Will I
it's
give him
my
rivals from the
prediction-
floor? How am I supposed to play from the
if it's
floor?
my prediction,
My
I
hands are
feel
right
like we could
fucking
see
here.
potentially
The PC's over there. What am I supposed to do?
4-2, I want to say. I want to say 4-2. I don't know if it'll go the full distance, but I think
Top 5
4-2
pastas?
like that safe
Oh,
gray area. You know?
ZD?
Okay, all right, 4-2. Do you feel like you're gonna say who might get that 4?
Elbow?
Or are we just gonna calmly go with the
Penne?
4-2?
Spaghetti?
I think Ground Zero's still got the edge here.
Big spaghetti.
you know,
Is that
but I
Frogger?
think the Vicious are doing a great job.
Yo,
of
hello,
proving
hop
themselves
on Mario
today, so I
Kart?
wouldn't put it past them to be able to achieve victory here today as well.
All right. Well, I've been watching.
I actually wouldn't be against the idea, but I'm kind of down here now.
Been working really hard. I believe they have.
And my Switch is over there.
But the Vicious are an unknown
Honestly,
variable,
if I
and
brought
that
my
is
Switch
actually
over
the
here
beautiful thing
before,
about this matchup
I would
is
be down.
These teams have never versed each other in their current forms, in their current structure.
Another
their current
day?
roster.
Okay.
They are unseasoned
Well,
against each other. But
Aren't like stadium queues like 9 hours long? There's a new season
Absolutely
starting Tuesday,
beautiful
right? I'll be on
podcast
for the
to
new
enjoy
season.
tonight on Marvel Rivals
We can get like a 45-minute queue and play Mario
That's what
Kart.
we're gonna feast on. This beautiful design that is going to be prepared for us from these amazing
Works for me.
players going head to head to head to head. It's going to be beautiful to see how this faces off. I can't wait to get into it. Picks and Bans are going to start off very soon as we get into our grand finals of the Marvel Rivals Ignite Oceania between Ground Zero Gaming
True.
and the Vicious.
Not wrong.
Oh yeah. We are getting
Honestly,
down
I
to
get a lot of
business
the
here.
Overwatch is
We're
free
in
now,
there to
and I'm like,
and
do you
protect
know
the
where
fans
I
right now, and Magneto
came from?
and the
Oh
Buster
shit, it's
on
actually
line
starting.
on both
Alright,
sides.
do I
Let's
have to...
see how they trade things out, though. The Vicious.
I think I'm cooked. I don't think I want to get up anymore.
Could be banned next.
All right, you guys are just gonna get the casting from the floor.
MCL, they're teasing you.
All right.
They're looking to.
All right, let me lock the fuck in. I gotta back up a little bit so I can see better.
Locks in Moon Knight right now for
Okay.
Ground Zero. I'm not even kidding. That's my
Hang on,
prediction.
gotta move this way.
We
Okay.
can't lose with the Moon Knight.
All right, what's the bands looking like?
Back to reality. We're not going to
Hang
see
on.
Moon Knight,
Oh.
but what I want to see is a fun 4-3 series. I do not mind who wins because I want the real winners to speak up and prove to me they deserve the win at the end of the day. We're going to see.
Yeah, there we go.
We're going to see Magneto protected.
Okay.
What does that mean? Ground Zero has protected.
What are we looking at here?
What does that mean?
Ammo
everybody?
save,
You know
mag
it.
ban,
The Dunk Master dupe is
Loki
back,
ban.
and that's going to be exciting to see. Emma Frost protected. We
Punisher
know Adam's
ban.
Emma Frost is
Yeah,
stellar.
looking pretty good.
That's going to be a good pick for the Vicious, so it's going to be Magneto versus Emma Frost in the Vanguard lineup. Cloak and Dagger will most likely
was
be
that?
protected here.
Is it a torch ban?
Massey, you've called it. You've called it day in, day
Oh, it looks
out.
like a
You said
torch
Cloak
ban.
and Dagger
Is it a cloak
the subtle,
save?
The secret, the actual secret weapon.
Yeah, cloak
for
save.
Every team so far, especially in OCE.
And then what's the other
they
ban?
are cooking when it comes to those eternal bonds. They are just
Are they just not locked
ready
in
to
yet?
go
I can't see it
whenever
from
you need
here.
Oh yeah, Matty AF has just been getting MVP after
that Ultron?
MVP, playing that Cloak and Dagger. It does not surprise me in the
Was that an Ultron
slightest that
ban?
they've protected that one, considering how much
Holy
impact
shit.
they've been
Wait, I
able
can
to
kind
make
of see from here.
with that hero there. But seeing the Ultron locked out doesn't surprise me at all, considering what we've seen.
Can you still
Fix
hear
to
me?
be, capable of doing on that
If
one
I'm moved?
is absolutely deadly. But you know, we do see Punisher going to be protected for the Vicious there. So Ground Zero have actually made some pretty large impacts around the Punisher.
You just call me
themselves,
Step
having
Unk?
it banned away from them.
Punisher
Could be a
save
bit of a thorn
Psylocke
in their
ban? Is that what I'm
side.
seeing
So
right now?
I feel like the Vicious, they're going to have big firepower
Oh, it
coming
is.
into this, and I'm curious to see how Ground Zero
Yo,
adapts.
Realist Round
Already
Gaming,
you can
family
see
with
the
Prime.
Torch has been locked in
Appreciate
there,
you,
getting the
appreciate you.
fantastic
Thank
team
you.
up with King Bob on the Invisible Woman. 6, there it is. Tried and tested on the Hella, and Revsy
Oh, no,
gonna be
the arm
locking
is
down the Punisher
falling.
there. So things are already looking strong here. You
somehow
know, both sides
break
are locking down their compositions. They are
wrong way.
ready to get in position
tighty.
and get ready for war.
Ready for...
War
Oh, God.
is
Oh,
here
God. That Not the
today.
time for that pun,
Clocking.
brother.
Get ready. We are
Or
officially
analogy.
in the first map of the grand
Ah,
finals
Jesus
of Marvel
Christ.
Rivals Ignite OCE. This is
I don't
it.
wanna get
This
ready.
is it. The teams are getting ready. Their blood is boiling. Their skin is tingling. They're ready. The goosebumps are ready. I'm slapping my arm. The goosebumps are ready to go. We're finally here in the Marvel Rivals Ignite.
All right.
For the millions around the world.
Australia
watching.
final.
This is the one. The final stand.
It's
for
time.
Ground Zero Gaming and the Vicious. Who's gonna take it home? Who's gonna take the gold? Who's gonna take the $30,000? And who's taking that slot?
Little
to
control map to
mid-season?
start off.
Finals and the global stage. Here we go. Out the door. Ready for more.
3,
Let's get into
2,
it. A portal starts it.
1.
Oh yeah, it's the battle of two portals. We'll see where one goes, where the other one follows. Here we go. They've managed to
Oh, they're
execute
TPing
one
on 'em.
first to Ground Zero.
Oh, the TP battles.
Trying their best to push through there, but
TP
the portals
battles.
are just a bit too confusing.
And both
The
teams just
Vicious
stand there and look at each other and go,
push
well, know what
past
now?
that. Look to fight again on another landscape there. Push
Um,
towards the mission area instead.
All right.
But
What do we
my
got?
gosh,
Storm,
that
Hella,
portal warfare has just
Mag,
been so
Torch.
dangerous, and
Okay.
the danger is only going to
All right, I
heighten
see you.
now as they exchange blows. Ground Zero already halfway ticked on to the mission area there, but not going to be able to land a capture until we get some KOs across the top.
More KOs are what we want when we're on Hydra Charter Space. We want some action, and Cesari brings first take.
Ooh.
Onto Gloomy right there. Adam returns the favor take.
It's a big kill right there.
Goes the Vanguard, half a lineup for each of the squads right now. Moving forward, we get a POV on the King of
Shouldn't this be listening to the
Right
I'm
here
only
with the
sleeping?
Invisible Woman
I'm not
looking good,
sleeping.
Representing the Future Foundation right now. Going forward, we're going to see Ground Zero going to be pushing a little bit on the sidelines over here as the Vicious do take a bit of point control and are slowly towards capturing that. But ultimates are charged up. Matty AF already on the Eternal Bond, and it strikes out.
If it'd be under sleeping if I was sleeping. We're comfy. Why are you on the floor? Why not? Nothing wrong being on the floor. Big invis. And cloak ults. So how are you gonna stop the torch? I mean, not the torch, the storm ults. Oh.
With the support of the dancing vibes that could come from Asher on the Lunar Snow, the fate of the both worlds are at cost. But still, massive Agamotto right there stuns him out to a double fire slam.
Oh, big slam.
With the taking one, another Agamotto from Lumi right there.
Hell, okay, he shielded that.
Right there, but it looks like it's still a tough fight. It's
It happens to me too, so you know. I guess it happens. You hit with ads, that's tough.
It's gonna go off as we get into this next fight with a meteor clapping down, but 6 getting a double KO on Hella.
Honestly, all the mag players are kind of crazy. I feel like the Australia region is like dominated by like whose mag player plays the best.
The mission area here. Control is in their favor, but the Vicious, they're cooking up a storm here, getting close to the Omega Hurricane, who have 3 ultimates at their disposal. Final Judgment could be locked in. Here it is. Repsy fires up, dishing out the punishment, but Ground Zero, they're playing around cover, playing around.
Oh, they did get one.
Find Zenstari and 6 so far, looking to see if they can find another one. FMCL concedes.
I think that's probably enough, even though it's only 1 kill.
The Vicious.
The Punisher roll is just so fucking crazy.
Stealing it in their favor is what they want. The Vicious are living up to their name, living up to the lethality, living up to the pain they want to inflict on Ground Zero Gaming. But we're going to see a bit of a retreat here as they take point back position and see if Ground Zero are going to push through the choke into their advantage. Eyes on the fact that Sonic Seduction is ready. Eyes on the fact that the Matty AF is going to be there with the dance and the power. The Fate of Both Worlds is going to be there to meet the pain as they call it right then into the fire tornadoes, into the hurricane, nullify the damage, nullify the pain. That's the way you want to Zenstari.
It's so crazy how this whole meta just revolves around using a DPS ult with a support ult. Or just taking a flank and then taking a 1v1, and then a Magneto, like, they get the kill. Oh, big dunk. I love the face cam for him. Literally can't see anything.
With 6 getting the final pick on Alice for Ground Zero to cap her back and get some percentage back on the board for them as the Hella ultimate is ready. King Bob with the boundary soon as well, and Lumi ready to go with the Agamotto. You know, Lumi's Agamotto's actually, and a portal may start this up. Matsy, it's about to go off.
It's about to go down. They are flowing straight through the portal there. Here comes the fire. As the final
fire.
No, it does not.
Oh my god, wait. That was crazy.
The KO there. Atlas at least gets the invisible boundary up. More ultimates blowing through. Here comes the Hurricane. Targeting down the strategists there.
Do you have support ults? Nope. I actually can't see the support. I can't see the ult charge at the top. That's too hard for me to see from here. Alright, when this map finishes, I'll get back up. Or map the round.
And we'll be able to dish out so much punishment. They maintain the hold and push that percentage.
Yeah, you actually can't bitch at me about running ads down here. You can't accuse me of running ads mid-game. I'm clearly too far away from the button.
Ground Zero just need to win one more fight.
Can't get mad at me. No, no, no. I'm too far away. No, no, no. No, no, no.
We do see Sonic Selection is ready. We do see potential for Vicious moving in right now. Rib taking some bit of damage from FMCO on the sidelines. Oh, a bit of a flank and done. There goes 6 down and out from.
So yeah, so what if I am?
With a bit of pressure from Rib. We're gonna see the Ground Zero squad move a bit back right now. Try to contest a little bit of point, and maybe it looks like Vicious are gonna get a clean capture here. Ground Zero not gonna use any.
The parts come back, chat.
Gonna wait it out a little bit.
It's come back.
Charge and play for this next round because
and
again,
it disappeared again.
2 fights in order to win this round, where Ground Zero only needs 1.
Dangerous times ahead, and we'll see if they are going to be able to make this.
No, we're not doing a fart quake. That's fucking crazy. That's actual insanity.
Time and time again here, the Vicious have ults in their favor right now. Ground Zero getting close to it as well.
Yo, thank you for the 17 months, Fuzzy Waffle. Appreciate you.
Some power out of this, but they're taking it slow, taking it carefully here.
I can't tell what support ults they have.
Away just yet, but as we get closer and closer to the 100 here, Liger, it's time to activate. The Fate of Both Worlds is coming out.
The Fate of Both Worlds. Dunk him? Oh my god, absolutely nuked. Nuked.
On your screen. There it is right now. Matty AF with a clap and thunder taking out Rib right there. Zenstari follows suit, taking out Alice. King Bob takes out Adam. 99 ticks off. Overtime has been achieved.
99.99. I don't think they have portal.
To make the portal. Lumi's chartering up the portal. It's converting. Will it be enough? There's not enough time. And Ground Zero take.
Oh,
round 1.
And again, enough time.
That's
all right.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Factory.
That they do. Hills Heaven, Super Soldier Factory going to be locked down for ground zero there. Frozen Airfield, the next objective on the line. Will we see the Vicious fight
Wait, there was
back,
nobody
taking
warned me that
close
after you
again
lay
into
down on the
second
hardwood
sector,
floor for
or is it
25
gonna be
minutes that the
ground
first
zero,
setup is going to
securing the map
absolutely
#1
kick you in the
Beamer with
fucking
utmost
nuts.
confidence here.
Oh.
It's certainly
Oh.
been a higgledy-piggledy
Oh.
endeavor, but
You know
we
what? Maybe
are
I'll watch
going
it from
the
right here,
distance
actually. I'm gonna
and
sit
we'll
right here.
see who is going to be
Oh,
able
the pop.
to take
Oh
it
my
one
fucking
step
god, that
forward.
hurts so
The
bad.
teams prepare
That
themselves for battle once again.
Oh
They're
my
getting
god.
Some of that shielding through from, you know, the web server there. Why not? You love to see it. And
Dude, why did nobody warn me? Hello? I know a bunch of you old fucks are in here. Why did nobody warn me?
These teams prepared to clash, prepared to mash whatever is in front of them. And it's portal time.
All right, I'm gonna watch from down here. Okay, that was mean. All right, the fact you guys were told me to stay down here for 20 plus minutes and then didn't warn me that sitting back up after the 20 minutes was gonna hurt like an absolute bitch. That's fucked up. Okay, you gotta experience it for yourself. Dude, it's like something someone's grandpa would say when you're like, Grandpa, I don't want to have to work 80 hours a week. And you're like, yeah, well, I had to work 80 hours a week, so you gotta experience it yourself. Get fucked.
Maybe there was a bit of astral projection there, figuring out what one another wanted to do, and therefore they nullified the chance of anyone getting an early pick.
You know, I actually can kind of read chat from here. Dude, my glasses are sick.
Right then and there, burning up a storm. That's the way you want
Huge
to
capture.
MCLs sending up the pyro tornadoes, and then we're gonna see Zenstari pushing, zoning them out. Allows ground zero to hit that nice and early capture.
You're supposed to roll sideways first? Dude, nobody warned me. I just sat straight up and now it's fucking...
In a bit of trouble.
I feel like I just got literally ran over by a steamroller.
What is going to fall off? It's Rib. Good KO coming through from Zenstari there. Ayabagamoto comes through from Luby. It's Countersuit though.
It was like one of those steamrollers that's covered in Legos, you know?
Everybody down. Just when you think ground zero.
Why is your webcam across the house?
The Vicious. Put them
Because I didn't bring it over with me.
The sorcerer.
That seemed kind of silly. Why do you have 9 ads? Because you got hit with ads. If you don't want ads, check and see if you have a free Twitch Prime sub. Don't blame me. Like, I didn't do it manually. I'm too far away.
The fate of the both worlds. Alice as well. Boundary ready to go when they need. Ground zero already achieving a bond. Already gonna have that meteor and the loom. As we know, the
Okay.
Agamotto
I'm trying to lean forward,
can be
do a
just
little
as
stretch.
good as Loomies. Let's see how it all unfolds. 29% for the Vicious at the moment. Ground zero need to activate.
Oh.
And there it is. The final executioner has arrived right there. And the last judgment.
Oh, dude, you gotta realize he's gonna keep doing that to you, dude. You can't let him just keep nuking you.
Hell's taken to the skies, trying to work through the damage, but the fate of both worlds is keeping them sustained, but manages to sneak one through, taking out Rib. There goes the Winter Soldier. That's another pick right there. Luna's sliced and diced by Duke Dunk Master Duke. Basher's taken down, Adam's taken down, FMCL cleans up Loomy, and therefore ground zero.
Chad, it's not getting any better. It's getting worse.
Getting their percentage back in momentum. The Vicious did manage to take a good
I'm scared.
25% chunk there.
I'm scared, Chad. It's getting worse. Why is it not getting better?
Feeling confident, knowing this next fight is
What did you guys do to me?
burn it up higher than ever to take down all the sustain that could possibly come from an Atlas Invisible boundary.
Omega Event Prime. No, I don't think I want to lay back down. I think that'll make it worse. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Yo, shut your grandpa looking ass up. Alright, nobody wants to hear that. Hey bud, I came in here to let you know that after you lay down for 20 minutes, it might hurt a little when you sit up. That's all. Thanks. That's real fucking helpful. How do you make it stop?
They got some pressure applies of their own with ultimates on the way. Let's see if they can sway it their way as they prepare for another.
I think it's time to get a life alert. You are so lucky I can't reach my keyboard to ban your ass right now. You are so lucky.
Into the Vicious right now, 75% in the lead. They're gonna push as hard as they can. Try to get some staggers, try to base some ultimates. Asher and Atlas are gonna keep each other sustained. Regrouping right now. Loomy's there, ready to go for the respawn. You know the portal's gonna be the option. Right now, Ground Zero need to do everything they can to cancel this portal, and it's happening right now. Zenstari is gonna counter portal at the same time.
Okay, it does actually feel better now, though. Now that I've been sitting here for a little bit.
Into a Sonic introduction from Adam right now. Agamotto is ready for the next fight. They're gonna hold them off. They're gonna wait for the Sonic introduction. They have percentage to work.
Yo, Cosmo, thank you for the fresh tier 1. Appreciate it, dude.
Massey, kick it off as we see the boundary go off.
Boundary goes off, and Lumi there with it. Let's see if they can find more. Agamotto comes out as well from Sorry, this is exactly what you want to see. And a goodbye to Adam. They're trying their best to bring it back with the Kraken impact. Rib is getting some impact, but they're taking it out just as quick. FMCL to go along.
Wait, FMCL kind of going crazy on it.
To take even more damage through. OT.
Kind of going crazy on the torch.
They might just have another chance in this one. Final Judgment gets shut down immediately. Oyamamoto as well. 6 and go. Send them packing and take map 1.
Hell's Haven, Frozen Airfield, Super Soldier.
That was kind of close.
Need the monument because there it is. There's your victory, right in the hands of the powerful Ground Zero Gaming. FMCL with the MVP. There it is.
All right, chat. We're gonna start to make the move. All right.
Ground Zero is gonna start off strong in this best of 7.
We're gonna make the move.
The Vicious have to get back on the horse and figure out what the.
We're gonna make the move. All right.
The fact that FMCL did absolutely
slowly is insane.
Big damage, just the same.
Slowly is actually fucking insane.
For sure. Now, going forward.
What a good advice, actually.
What do we think is going to need to change from Vicious to try and turn the tides for themselves?
What did I do to this thing? Wait, why is it like
they
this?
Put big focus around banning out the Punisher, but I mean, it goes to show the adaptability of Ground Zero. Just because they don't have the Punisher, who definitely is well in the meta at the moment. They've got other things they can play.
That was
like
the
Six
loudest
is well renowned for their
I have heard
play,
in
and
years.
they showcased that to a T in
That
that first map.
fucking
FMCL
sucked.
as well, bringing out the torch. Just absolutely incredible how they're able to adapt around those picks and bans there. Like the Vicious, they tried to play into it themselves. You know, they had Punisher, they had Winter Soldier. They were finding sparks of grace, sparks of hope, but it just wasn't enough to get them over the line.
Just not enough. But it could be enough in the next round. Maybe information is what they need most of all. As we know, these teams have never faced off against each other in their current states. Bit of reformations, bit of scrims here and there, but nothing in the purest form. Now, going into this next one, a different map might change the tides for the Vicious. However, Ground Zero Gaming, historically, still cook when it comes to convergence. So, they're very strong on all the maps. They're very strong, especially in the group stage, in the playoffs, in MRI OCE, in the Ignite tournament. So, going forward, going to see a little bit of action over here. Let's recap some of the best moments. FMCL hitting the slam, actually going down, burning them up.
You know, I actually feel a lot better after that.
Punisher, as you can see, 6 taking the 1v1s on Rib on the sidelines right there. That is a tough one right there, but the Hurricanes from Rib.
You know, it kind of hurt for a little.
And grinding them up into the power. Now we're gonna see, of course.
No, back kind of hurt there for a minute, but now that I'm like up,
that absolute punish.
now that like I'm, you know, like not in pain, it feels better now.
He's here and doing up as he
I feel like I could take on the world.
Now, that's the beauty of it. Matty AF again with the consistent cloak and dagger, as you said, Matsy. I believe there was a moment where the first ultimate that popped off in one of those rounds was the Eternal Bond, and I kid you not, it still said 99%.
Yo, Zoro's legend with the Big 10 gifted.
Say, hey, I'm ready.
Yo,
it was already going. It was.
Thank you so much for the Big 10 gifted. Appreciate you. Gotta get some missions and thank you. I can't be too loud though. Nighttime.
That is the way it is.
Thank you, the Big 10.
Honestly,
gifties.
That's a big front.
Saving 10 people from ads.
As a
Sleepy, wow! I think I'm prime.
Appreciate you as well. Matty AF from Ground Zero Gaming for sure.
Couldn't agree with you more there, Liger, and you know, considering the impact they're making around that cloak,
while they're yapping,
you think maybe
I'm gonna
might want to ban it out, considering
go put the blanket and pillow away, okay?
That, right?
I'll be back in 2 minutes, okay?
To take it off the board, but
are you alright?
I don't
oh,
think
okay.
see the light of day, you know, despite the impact they can
if you are actually leaving, have a go, and if not, I'll see you in 2 minutes, okay? I'm gonna go put this blankie away. I'll be back.
The board there, you know, I think they certainly might reconsider the Punisher ban coming into the next one, but I mean, even still, even if it comes through, you've seen that Ground Zero can play that so well as well.
Yeah, that is definitely a factor to consider. And let's see if the Vicious do consider that factor and change up their bans and picks when we return from a short break before we jump into map 2.
눈 뜨거운 빛 날아올라 내 누워진 밤하늘에
Okay. Oof. Did you walk away and let the fart rip? No. Yeah, that hurt a little. Sleepy, by the way. Oh, I got that one right. Thinking Prime. Blanky Hobo. Thinking of Prime. Any ads to run? Yep. Good call. 5 years now. Streaming. I'll be there. It's a good song, yeah.
Let's look back into Marvel Rivals Ignite. Today,
I am still here.
how blessed we are to be here. My name is Liger. I am here with Massey. Let's get back into the action.
Kinda hoping this is gonna be a 3-0 so we can go to bed.
What needs to happen for the Vicious to try get a map on the board, or are Ground Zero gonna get that second map win?
No. I have no desire to play
I think
console.
there needs to be a big change up coming through from the Vicious there. You know, Ground Zero, they looked powered up. Like FMCL and Six seemed almost unstoppable on those duelist characters there. They were just going absolutely
Can you build
crazy.
the stamina
They were
endurance to
wiggly
stream this long?
all over the
I
server
don't.
there. They
It's
were
called
going
pure,
wild.
unadulterated
Being
willpower,
untouched is just
spite,
so dangerous. The
and the
Vicious
power
need
of
to
ads.
Find a way around them, especially when they are looking fired up as ever. The Vicious need to find a way in, and quick smart. I think that there's going to be a
Pac, have a good
reassessment
night.
of how they approach the pick ban protect phase there. I think
And
that
drops?
there's-
Well, drops
yeah,
for me
definitely
is
gonna be-
ads.
I'd hope.
Drop is for you,
reformed
ad is for me.
approach this time around, and we'll see exactly where we are going to be finding that approach, as it is a convergence map to again. I feel like we've been on this place before, Liger.
Oh, back on Hall of the Alia. In the Empire, the Galactic Empire of Wakanda is going to be a beautiful one. A good one indeed. Now, change it up. You know what? That's all right. It's been a minute since we've been on this one, but, you know.
The power of ads knows no bounds.
It's going to be a good one.
True.
I will say, though, no Central Park today so far. Very strange. Still a lot of Central Park in the playoffs. Maybe we'll see it later on down the line.
I mean, play
Depends
Overwatch
we
if you
get
want to play
to
Overwatch too.
another round of,
That's,
convergence, but for now,
you know, you
we'll see.
might like it,
We'll
you
see.
might not.
Game's getting ready. We're going into picks and bans very soon. I think picks and bans are going to change.
One
up
of
a
my
lot this
favorite
time.
places
Now
to
that
lurk.
teams are
I don't know why that
collecting
scared me.
Thanks you for
information about
yours
each other.
and Twitch
We're going
content.
to see some
Yo,
bans
thank you for 3
target
months,
certain
Joker.
picks who they
Appreciate
believe
it.
are the ones cooking and providing that power to their team, enabling them or doing the damage, or of course protecting them as the Vanguards do. Now, what I want to see, besides Moon Knight, what I want to see is a change of the pace. I want to see something different from the Vicious, because we want something competitive and fun. We want to see them change up a bit, bring some of that energy they brought when they took down Kanga Esports earlier today, because that was an amazing effort and that was well earned. Ground Zero Gaming right now, Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE versus the Vicious. One map in favor of Ground Zero at the moment, but it could be anyone's game.
Oh yes, it could. It could be anyone's game, and we'll see who is going to be able to take control next? Who is going to be able to find their mark here, as Emma Frost going to be banned out by the Vicious and protected immediately because they don't have the option of the Magneto. And now they don't have the option of Loki either. Ground Zero powering through.
Who do I got? Ground Zero looks really good.
High impact is what we want to see, and maybe even a Kraken impact to follow suit as well. A bit of Bucky never made anyone sad, especially in Marvel Rivals Ignite. Now, Magneto's protected, as you said. Emma's protected, beautiful to see. The White Queen versus the leader of the mutants, the magnetism master themselves. Now, Ground Zero are gonna obviously lose the chance to play Punisher, as the Vicious are gonna lock that out again. As you said, Matt, see, maybe a different approach this time. We'll see. Emma Frost also locked out for Ground Zero. No Loki today as well for anybody. Hella Protect coming through for 6. There you go. You know what that means. The question is, Massey, are we going to see another Hexa KO from 6 on the Hella? That would be beautiful to see.
You play with my heartstrings when you talk like that, Liger. You know, if we
Crazy
see
long
another
stream,
Hexa
full-time
KO,
streamer. Well, I think tomorrow I'm probably not. If I'm going to stream tomorrow, it's going to be a short one, if anything.
We'll have
I might
to
not stream
call
tomorrow.
Somebody, you know, it's going to be
I have
dangerous if that happens. But
sufficiently
definitely
farmed.
excited for what's to come out of this one. We are going to see a Psylocke protected there by the Vicious. Definitely good to play around the flanking potential of that duelist there, and excited to see how that comes to fruition here. As here we go, we are getting everything out on the cards right now.
Is that a Captain America ban? No way. That is forcing Lumi directly into the Sorcerer Supreme. That is going to be interesting. Now, I've noticed something, Massey. Yet again, no Spider-Man. Not a good day, huh? Not a good day for our Spider-Man friends, but that's all right, because we're still going to get some jam-packed action with Revsy on the Ultron feeling good. Psylocke is also present. We also see a Wolverine. That's what you want to know when we're going to the Galactic Empire of Wakanda in the Hall of Djalia. It's going to be a beautiful map. It's going to be a
Hall of Djalia.
Cannot wait to get into the action. Let's get it going and potentially
Wait, it's
see
another
something cool. Now,
control
what I will
map?
say, I think something that we might see very soon, Groot. I think Groot is actually a stellar pick on
You said
this
that
map.
yesterday?
Might be something in the
Correct.
future later, for
But then
now,
I expected
we're
to
gonna
stream
roll
Sunday.
Story and Louis mirroring
I thought I was going
the
to take
world
today
of
off and then
because
stream
that seems
Sunday,
to be
but I did
the
do the
key
opposite, where I'm going
piece
to not
right
stream.
now for
I
each
stream
team to
today,
absolutely
but I
differential
probably won't stream tomorrow. If I do stream, I'll just stream EU and then I'll hop off.
Here on the Magneto, and we're switching it up with Adam on the
This is
Emma
the
Frost.
OCE
Again,
part
locking
of
it
the
down, locking it in. Let's get into the
Ignite
action
tournament.
on map 2.
Wait, that's not the
grand
map.
finals of
This is a different
Marvel
map.
Ignite.
They showed a different
Let's
map.
Kick it off in Wakanda.
Yeah, let's get it going. It's Portal Warfare initiated. Lumi taking a lot of punishment early there. Luckily, they've got their strategists available to keep them pumped up, but they've gone on the other side of the portal. Ground Zero could get caught off guard here, but 6 locked in on those shots there again on the Hela. Just putting in the work. Having access to the Ultron this time, though, definitely could have put a thorn in the side of Ground Zero. We'll see if the Vicious is going to be able to use that to success here, trying to keep their teammates healed up and dishing out a lot of damage there with the Interfellow Ray. Doing a great job so far, but Revsy has to do a lot more if they want to get control of this point for their team. They're so close to a second tick on it. Ground Zero have allowed it pass now. They've stepped off the point a little too long.
How did they get away with having an Emma?
We're stepping back into action with Mediair taking a shadow step with the eternal bond. It's always there. It's always consistent. Kingbot follows through, taking out Lumi. As you can see, Psylocke is running away, but Invisible Woman is the real master of stealth out here. Gonna find her and push her back into spawn, taking them away from the point. No flanking around here when it's Sue Storm's time to shine. Bit of a maelstrom of madness from Zensai over here, just to zone them out. There it is. That's the one you do it. Alice with the, of course, backing up. But Fate of Both Worlds is online, ready to go. Ready to
I think
dance, ready
Mag's
to
the best
take that
character in the
first step
game.
to victory. But
Actually, no, that's not true.
eyes
I
on
think
the
Loki's
fact
the best
that we
character in the
see
game.
4 ultimates online for
Right now.
both teams, in fact, close to potentially 5, with Lumi right there on the cusp of another Agamotto, and Lumi hits those Tomahawk Agamottos quicker than ever before. Let's see the dance of the butterfly standing up from Rip. Matsy, how's it gonna kick off?
Holy shit, he got kidnapped.
Right now with 6 getting in
Holy
control.
shit,
Psylocke
FMCL
production
absolutely
coming out
kidnapped
as
that
well.
guy.
Adam Duke gonna be trying to put the meteor out is not going to be able to lock it in there. Six, they're trying to escape, trying to keep themselves up, bumped up, and ready to go. Eye of Agamotto comes out. Focus is on Adam, but they aren't able to shut them down. The choke slam comes out of this one. Sensari in a world of trouble. Does manage to stay composed, though. Push the Vicious
He actually lives.
back
That's
off
crazy.
of the mission area. Send them all the way back towards their spawn point here. And they have to reset and have another go.
Now we're going to see the Rage of Ultron kick up as Revsy revs up their engines. And it's going to push Matty AF into the corner, and a little bit of a burst of a laser takes Matty AF down in the last
Actually gets the
second
kill.
right there.
That's
Good
crazy.
value from the Rage of Ultron. Revsy getting a double on Duke right now. There it is.
Oh.
The master of metal themselves, the master of the robot army. That is Ultron, and we are in the new age
I capped it.
of Ultron. We are witnessing finally what we've been waiting for.
So
And
dark.
Ultron to finally start showing presence in the MRI. That's the way it is right now with Revsy picking off a good choice right here, now known as, of course, the duelist, but Ultron.
No, the
out
bans
here,
are
the secret
4 for
duelist.
each team.
Even in the strategist role, we know Ultron just a bit more vicious than that to just sit in the strategist role and support the team. They're gonna get out here, they're gonna dominate the playing field. Now, speaking of dominating the playing field, Rib always on the flank when it comes to Sarlacc is gonna try go for a quick assassination on Six, but Six has their number and hangs up the phone. They're gonna regroup with their team. But we're moving up the stairs, going into this next fight, and they do get Six with the drone support from Ultron. Matsy, Ultron
That was
is
gross.
providing that value more than ever before with a Sonic Seduction kicking up this next fight.
And it's exactly what they needed. Just look
Wow.
how they speed past
Vicious
all
roll.
their opponents
Ooh, I don't know about that
there.
one,
This is
Chief.
one way that they can get much more traction in through towards the
Strange
next
ult might have been a bit
checkpoint.
overkill.
Amazing stuff coming out there. Six forced all the way back to spawn in order to ensure their safety. And the Vicious have ample time behind them. 4 minutes and now passing by. Dance of the Butterfly able to be activated as well. Look at Rib just waiting, patiently waiting for their moment to pop that one off. And that is going to be huge. But the first thing that comes out is the Rage of Ultron.
The Rage of Ultron, the Age of Ultron. Take a page out of Ultron's book because that's where we're reading this going. But we're going to see FMCL go into a cracking it back into the Agamotto combo. That's one, that's two, that's a double KO. Do we see
There's a lot of buttons.
FMCL straight into the back line, taken out Adam, and again we go again. We're armed and dangerous. Do we see FMCL go for the quad, pushing forward onto Lumi? One more pick's going to be it, but that's going to be enough for now.
Ooh,
FMCL
he was
with
so
their
low.
clean
He actually
cracking
almost
impact
died.
triple following on
Almost
their
got another
Agamotto
again.
from Zenstari. That's the ground zero synergy we know and love, and that is so well perfected. But the Vicious are still here, and the Mantis and Sarlacc are ready to hold in this next fight.
Ready to fight. Let's see who can make themselves ignite with the Soul Resurgence coming out. It's time for the Invisible Boundary as well here. All these strategists ultimates coming out, but you know, the strategists, they're
Still on
bringing
the
power and
freeze.
KOs
That's
as
crazy.
well. Dupe getting taken out there by Atlas. And looking for even more as they push the mission vehicle one step closer.
I don't
No
have
one
a
is
favorite
stopping
Star-Lord
them,
skin.
and they
I
have
don't even know what they
Dance
all
of the
are off the top of my
Butterfly as
head.
well, making an impact, forcing Ground Zero further back. This is
I have a
huge,
plugin
but
for the
Matty
restream
AF
thing.
says
The
no.
Stream Elements thing
We
is
are
kinda
getting back
ass.
on track into this one. The Eternal Bond is keeping them
Kinda
alive
doesn't
a
fucking
while
work.
longer.
A while longer, they're gonna go in and push as the Rage of Ultron kicks up against Sonic Seduction, ramps up from Adam, and then we see Rip get a pick on Matty AF, but an alarmed and dangerous coming from the Bucky. Is there gonna be enough value? FMC are taken out. Adam, oh my daisy, Agamotto shuts them down the momentum. Zenstari stops the push, but it's still gonna not be enough as Rip gets the pick on Zenstari. Magneto meteor from Dupe, dunks down, it doesn't get enough damage onto Rip. Dupe's in a bad position right now. Adam's hitting the back and pushing Ground Zero to a corner.
Wow, Vicious looks really good right now.
Moving forward, just a bare few meters left. Still contesting with FMCL. Still contesting with the Magneto. Will there be
Damn, I thought Ground Zero was gonna fucking walk this, but
as the ultimates are kicking off all around town, as the drones protecting Rib's going flash fine, going forward, trying to get one, trying to get two. Alice takes it. Sorry, Six is down. Who's still contesting it? It's done.
This is actually crazy.
2 seconds down, 3 meters left, 1 meter left. Who's gonna get it? And I believe the Vicious push and clear the whole of Jalia.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my word, they've managed to get it done with 1 minute and 21 seconds to spare there. Amazing work coming through from the Vicious, and now the sides must switch We must see a flip of the coin, and we'll see if Ground Zero are going to be able to power through and take us to OT, or whether the Vicious may be the next team to take
Triple
a
Sport
map
Ultron actually
off
did
of
pretty
Ground
good.
Zero here. It all comes down to how this next sector is going to be played out, Liger. And I am so excited for what's going to come out of this one. Seeing Zenstari bringing out the Groot, you know, those strangling prisons are going to be devastating. And I cannot wait for everything that's going to come from that one. But we got some stats on the board right now. Just look at all of that.
26k blocked by Lumi, so much blocked by Adam as well, 25k to point.
All right,
A
Flump.
big
I'm gonna
20k
do.
from Dupe Denzari as well, 25k, big sustain, big strategist doing a lot of healing for their team. That is exactly what we want, and the damage up is there to match as well. But I will
I
note
don't
some
really
fun
normally
hits
have
in
any
the
back
game,
pain,
of
but
course, for the Vicious right there, of course, as they did
that
push
laying
to
down on the
end,
floor for
to
30
the
minutes
glory.
definitely caused it for a little bit, but it feels
Ground
fine now.
Zero
I appreciate it
might be
though.
able to contest that because now we are playing
I don't know how much longer we're gonna go tonight, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've hit a kind of a fucking wall. I think I'm gonna have a hard cutoff at 4 a.m. no matter what. Even if the match is still going.
But, oh, a portal in the back. Will it be enough to actually get a pick here? And there it is. Zenstari knows they can just put up those Iron Thorn walls, shut down the damage, and go forward. The Thorn Slash wall is going to be there to suit as well. And we're going to push on forward and forward as we see the Ground Zero.
Before we reach 4 a.m. An hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, spreading their reach here, trying to see if they can manage to hold on and lock things down here. But Ground Zero, ooh, one ticker closer to the first point here. Not going to be able to elevate it over just yet, though. But here comes the Eternal Bond, and Matty AF are going to be deep into the back lines there. Going to be able to elevate their team's power, get it past the first tick through, halfway towards the second as well. KO's coming out in the corner as well here. Rib trying their best to lock things down right in the thick of it here. The damage is trickling across. Nobody is going to be able to push them away just yet, but Asher and Go say no. Aya Bagamoto comes out, doesn't get the impact they want
It's
from it,
blocked.
but they're still
Ooh.
getting KOs coming out one after the other, and we'll be able to hit the hard reset on Ground Zero here. Solid stuff coming through, but Ground Zero
was
at
a
least have
interesting
small
strange ult
victory
right there.
in
I don't
taking
know
the
if I would've
mission
strange
area
ulted
one
that.
tick forward.
Matsy, I thought you were about to hit me with the say no to the Agamotto, bro. I was ready for that one. That would have been exciting to see the result of that, but that's beautiful. The Ultron is ready with the Rage of Ultron. Matsy, what are we thinking about this Rage of Ultron? Is that going to set up this next fight for them?
Oh, I reckon it will. Rage of Ultron coming out right now, dishing out damage onto Maddie. Maddie is gone. Goodbye, Maddie, and hello to the
Ultron just
firing squad
bleeds
from
supports.
The Vicious. They are sending them packing all the way back to spawn here. The Vicious play no games. This is for real. This is serious business for them. And they will be able to hold on a while longer. But Ground Zero, they're building up ults right now. They're getting ready for a counterattack. They're preparing for war right now, Liger. And here they come.
Here they go, wind it up again as we're going to see Duke go forward with the Dunk Master. Magneto going for the Meteor is ready to fly.
Interesting first time chatter message. Through the Luna ult. Holy fuck.
Destroyed because of the Zenstari group, locking them down. Then we're going to see a boundary fly up and match the Dance of the Butterfly. The Dance of the Butterfly will take its first step, but it will not deal any damage because of the boundary set up by King Bob. That's the way it is. 6 follows suit, getting a double. That's another one. FMCL follows suit. That's the one. Hellers in the skies doing damage, dealing the power, and Ground Zero are going to capture for now and get to pushing that Panther. That's the way it is.
Surprised they didn't stagger that.
Now the Vicious
Luna.
are going to have to go into a defensive position onto the staircase as they
be honest with you.
Ground Zero are already pushing up the stairs, ready to climb to victory.
Climb up, prime up. They are good to go. Ready to try and flow through some more damage here. The Vine Strike's coming out from Zenstari there, building up the walls as well, just cutting off those lines of sight. It's solid from them. We'll see if they are going to be able to find impact from it. Oh, they just might. almost cutting off things there, but Lumi, Agamotto comes out, doesn't find the impact they want. They say no to the Agamotto, and we'll see if they are going to find him more. Rage of Ultron can be activated. Yeah, they don't even need it though. The Vicious on track for it. Eternal Bond is out from
That's
Maddie,
for
but it
Z.
could be too little too late out of this one. The damage just keeps piling up on the ground zero, and no one's there to save them. They are getting staggered out.
Dude, Vicious actually showing some real life.
Vicious.
Holy.
That is an insane psionic seduction from Adam on the Emma Frost. That
Good morning,
absolutely shut
sup.
down all the momentum from ground zero. Taking now what could have been a potentially good Eternal Bond, what could have been a potentially even bigger Hella Ultimate. But FMCL is ready with the Kraken impact, and they definitely want to make an impact right here.
I think they're not going to allow him to have
prize,
Ultron again in the future. They're going to ban that.
I think we're about to see something crazy. But before that, Lumi is there with the Tomahawk. Agamotto already called it in the moment, but it doesn't go off as it's shut down. A well-timed stun by the strategist right there from GZ, shutting down Lumi. That's the one. Agamotto is not going to connect, but the Fate of Both Worlds will set up and start dancing. But there it is, the Magneto Meteor. It's going to crash down on the... Ooh, Ash is taken down. That is a painful Meteor right there. Dunk Master's living it up to the name again. Atlas taking down Adam as well.
Dunks right on their forehead.
And the ground zero gamers keep on moving forward.
Oh yeah, they keep moving. They ain't stopping for nobody. Like they
I'm not
are
fighting
gonna be
gameplay.
pushing through towards the first capture point here. We'll see if they are going to be able to power up, because it's our time to rage. It's Revsy revving up things here, taking out all their opponents, zoning down the damage. Dupe is forced to retreat hastily here, and their teammates are scurrying about one after the other as well. 6 going to be locked out of it. The Vicious power forward, and now reset ground zero one more time. And speaking of ones, we are under 1 minute remaining right now, Liger. This is getting scary.
Oh, it's getting down to the wire. 50 seconds left on the clock, and a big Lumi Agamotto following it to that.
That's a big strange ult. Oh my goodness. Dude, these strange ults have been crazy. A couple that I thought were questionable, but maybe I'm just not a believer. I need to believe more in the crazy plays.
This is their final chance to make it. 20 seconds left. They don't have the strange. They're just going to walk it there. Zenstar has got the prison ready. King Bob's got the boundary ready. Hello will take those guys in no time at all. Maddie is there with the Eternal Bond. That's probably going to be what contests the point. Right now, the goal is for 6 to take out the Ultron. Is it going to be the power, the pressure they want? The Panthers going to be moving. The Vicious squad are there. They have 5 ultimates ready. Sonic Seduction shut down by 6 on the Ella. Big struggling prison leads into take 1, 2. Alice takes down. That's a big play. That's it. So
I got frozen.
with the
Or
pistol.
slept.
And Dupe takes down 1. Overtime is ticking down. The Vicious have one last chance to stop the push from ground zero before they get more time in their time bank. Let's see how they're gonna make it.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it here. It's a tough one. Oh, 0.63 meters! And they get the goddess of
Surprised they didn't wall.
Fate of Both Worlds coming out here from the Vicious. They're giving it their all. Fighting on. Asher is down though. 6 locking them out of the KOs there. This is exactly what they need. We'll see if they are going to be able to speed past. Maddie getting in on the action as well. Feast of the Abyss. Phantom time. Primed up. Trying to keep their team on top of this one, but it just ain't enough. OT pushes ahead, and ground zero are still in it.
Still in it to win it with
What's up,
the
Armin?
fight of their lives right there. Hella in the skies, pushing
they're
every
still
single
alive.
possible amount of damage they could into the Luna Ultimate. Value was there. Quick fire shot after deforming from the skies and allowing themselves to take down the Luna. That's exactly the sustain they need to shut down so they could finally push, take down the Venom, survive the Venom Crunch, and the Abyss was not there for them to miss. And then Duke is here in the front lines as they push into this next one. This next round, Maddie's there with the Eternal Bond ready for the next fight. But be careful because Rib is ready to take the first step of the butterfly dance.
Ooh, they are going to be dancing gracefully into that one, but Strangling Prison going to be coming through there. FMCL takes full advantage of that one. Kraken Impact is online as well. They're jumping straight into the strategist there, doubling down onto Adam as well. We'll see if they are going to spell more trouble for their opponents.
I feel like that was a bit
that Kraken Impact
overzealous.
is still online. Oh, they're not going to find anyone with it though, but now the battle begins again. The bionic hook, holy moly!
Oh, that's a big hook,
Rolling
actually.
Ruby straight into the battlefield.
Uh,
That is crazy, Liger.
I'm gonna want that ult back a little, I feel like. Yeah, I feel you more pick me too. He's such a big E right there. Wait, I don't think they have time.
How did they do it with a well-timed?
They don't have time.
Butterfly Maelstrom Man has 2 seconds left, 1 second left, and it looks like
Wow,
it's
they
not
actually just
gonna go
rolled
for
them.
Ground Zero as the Vicious claim Wakanda and win map
I actually
2.
fucking rolled him.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it, Liger? One apiece now in this best of 7 series. The Vicious are now the next team to take a map off the powerhouse of Ground Zero.
Powerhouse.
And that is absolutely
True.
incredible.
To all those with your 4-0 dreams, those dreams are down the gutter. We're in a competitive finals here today. It's gonna go up and back and forth. These teams want it equally. And that's the beauty of it right there. That's the beauty of the competitive spirit in Marvel Rivals Esports. I cannot believe it. We're here. And
I'm hanging in there right now.
Amazing match. As you said, Matsy, 1-1. How do you think these teams are feeling right
I
now?
don't think it's best of 7. I think it's best of 5,
Pumped up
right?
and ready to go, my man. They are going to be feeling on top of the world. You know, crazy to see that we did have the Ultron come through and make such an impact for the Vicious there. It really does make
Best
you
of
consider,
7?
Will Ground Zero be
What?
letting that through again anytime soon? I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but we'll see what the next map does look like, you know, because it's now back to the beginning. Even Stevens all over again now. And both teams, they are going to be fired up.
Ooh, fired up indeed. Maybe a Human Torch turns up on the scene again and not get double banned. But let's get into some action that we just witnessed right here. Revsy on the Ultron doing the work. Big damage right there.
That's
Absolute
not good.
lasering.
Yeah,
Adam
that's...
again with the Sonic seduction, so consistent into the Lumi Agamottos. They were clean in house. Vanguard combos were clean. But FMCO was like, nah, I'm here. I'm gonna land that impact for Kraken. I'm gonna go
Chad,
once.
that's not good.
I'm gonna go twice. I'm gonna go
Bad.
again and again. And I'm armed and dangerous. And that's
Not
the
good.
way you want it right there. Lumi hitting
That's
the
a
maelstroms
bad
of
sign.
madness that I have never seen before in all of Marvel Rivals Ignite. So consistent, so powerful, always fully charged and blitzing through them. And then again, Revsy, more Ultron.
hear that, Green?
6 on the Hela in that last ditch effort. So many times did it matter, so many times did it give them that extra bit of distance they needed to keep it going.
Oh yeah. They managed to push
Why?
it all
Because
the
it's
way through
3
there,
a.m.
get that
I'm
extra
hitting a
distance,
wall, and if it's best
the
of
Vicious
7,
take full
even if a
advantage
team
and
is
reap
winning
the
all the
rewards
next few
from that
games,
one.
I'm gonna
Incredible
fucking run
how
into a
they've
wall
managed to
and
stay
fucking
composed. You know, they just got out of a nail
get
biter
cooked.
of a series, and now they're back into another.
All right, that is the beauty of it. SVP to Matty AF, MVP to Revsy, well earned. Let's go to a little break. We'll be back with the action on map 3 to find out who's going to take back the lead.
No, I'm not laying down again. No. Melbourne, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, dude. I'm having a coffee at 3 in the morning. That's crazy talk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yo, big big super chat, dude. Appreciate you, Dendo. Much love, man. Sorry, I am big tired. I am. Huh. Gorehor. That's a fucking hell of a name. Thank you, the Prime. Appreciate you.
Back again into the action in Marvel Rivals Ignite. OCE, we're here representing the Oceania region. My name is Liger. I am here with Matsy. Matsy Boss, how are we feeling going into map 3?
Oh, feeling good, just like I should. Feeling blessed, never stressed. It is gonna be an absolute ripper on a board for this one. You know, it is gonna be incredible stuff coming through from both our teams. Like the fact that the Vicious, now the second team to take a map off ground zero into Ignite Stage 1 Oceania here, just goes to show the caliber of team that they are. Goes to show the caliber of match we have on our hands right now. Best of 7 into the grand final to decide who will be having their shot at playing in the mid-season finals. And I can't wait to find out who our victor's gonna be. One apiece, it's anybody's game.
Who's going to that global stage? We're going to find out very soon. Anybody's game, anybody to take. All 12 players playing their heart out now for the next few maps. The question is it going to end in 3 or 4 or 5? Or are we going to get that beautiful full round of a best of 7? Now, action to action. They took it back. They didn't get the win in the first one, the Vicious. But they brought it back now with a good, excellent defense in Wakanda. Now, going forward, we're going to switch up the mode, of course. Might switch up to Convoy Convergence, vice versa. We're going to see Ground Zero Gaming have to come back because they've lost their winners momentum at the moment. The Vicious do have that at the moment, and we do know history tells a story. Winners momentum does matter. It's a good morale boost, psychological effects, all of the above. You never know. But as a team, doesn't matter what happens. You got to play your heart out no matter what situation you're in and do it up. But what you can change, what you can actually have a bit of control of, is the picks and bans phase. Now, Ultron, yeah, we might see that one banned.
Yeah, I think 27 months.
Too much in the sky there. We did have the Hela counter a little bit. Still manages to shield, hide behind natural cover, and just nullify what Hela could have possibly shut down. But Hela still cooked on other things as well. Big ultimate, shutting down a lot of damage, especially going through Lunar Snow. Zenstar's Groot was definitely beneficial, but I think it had a bit of struggle with the flyer meta. That's the main issue with Groot in our current situation, is that Groot is still one of the best.
Chat, I might make this one last game.
When
Thoughts?
the flyers are out, Groot can't really do much to reach them. Can block some damage a little bit, use some...
One last game, one last map.
It's easier to do with MR.
I know I said 4 o'clock hard cutoff, but the thought of going all the way to 4 just
Strange is there. Lumi's Doctor Strange
sounded like it was gonna suck.
The deal. But talk to me, Matt. How are we feeling about this next map pick?
Ooh, Midtown. This is one of the ones I was looking forward to. You know, we've seen Midtown come through before, and now Ground Zero are going to lock it in again. We did see a bit of Araco action before, but it's not coming out, at least just yet, into the series here. So, Midtown, we are back. We are not going to Tokyo 2099. We're not going to Idrisil Park.
No, thanks, Sweeney.
No. We are going to Midtown. So, get hyped up for that one, everybody. It's our third map, Convoy.
I just make go XLR.
Here, it is going to be an absolute ripper. I am certain of that. And I just can't help but get excited. You know, these teams, their energy is translating through into everybody watching here today. And it just pumps you up.
Oh, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a blast of a time as we go to Midtown. For those who don't know, we're going to New York, baby. It's where all the Marvel stories happen. Majority of them, of course. Some happen elsewhere, but we know it's gonna be New York. And we're going to the Empire of the Eternal Night. Dracula has taken over. So the objective of this map, as we know, One team attacks, one team defends. You gotta take the fantastic.
Yeah, true. After like 2 or 3 days of like the super long streams,
tower.
that's when it catches
Let's see
up.
how it goes as we get into this map. The Vicious and of course Ground Zero are going to be doing their bans and picks now, and it looks like Emma will not be available for Ground Zero, and vice versa, Magneto not available for the Vicious. No Air Adam today.
Not today, but we could see another identity come through. We are going to be seeing, however, the Magneto Protect for Ground Zero. So, Dupe going to be able to activate onto that one. Loki locked out, though, on both sides of the scale. So, trading Vanguards once again, you know, stock standard picks coming through here. But, Punisher going to be banned out again. They do not want to deal with the impact of the Punisher. Fair enough, you know, I think the Punisher definitely does have a lot of impact from them, but I mean, we've seen what happens when they do that. We've seen the impact of that, but Psylocke locked in has been a pretty good one for the Vicious as well.
Ooh, it definitely has. And then, of course, Mantis out of here as well. No options for the Vicious. Protecting the Torch for potentially FMCL
Mag
to
save,
play. But
Emma
FMCL's
save,
hovering the
Torch
Iron Man.
save.
We could see a startup with the Iron Man. Those who don't know, Iron Man, actually top tier pick right here, especially on Midtown. High ceilings, high natural cover, good positions to run
Ultron
around with,
ban?
and you can get some pretty good max pulses off, especially if you're comboed with a Groot, and Zenstari is the Groot to be. The question is, will we see it entitled, or are we going to go with the Human Torch pick? Maddie AF is here with the Cloak and Dagger, as we know. King Bob and the Lunar Snow, the two most consistent strategists, I should say, in the Marvel Rivals Ignite, of course, out here doing so much. I don't even think have they played anything else? I can't recall them not playing those two picks, honestly. Neither have they been banned either.
Husky the Prime.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the meta's been all over the place. There's been tons of different comps played.
What is going to see the light of day right now is the cap. Freedom charge coming
Yeah,
through.
games today were really good.
On to the mission area there and take a deep control. Really eager to see how Lumi navigates around this one. If they keep that Vanguard locked in, that is, because you know how it's a bit like a revolving door of heroes when you're in the spawn point. You'll only see the true roster once they leave, but I'd hope that they're going to keep that one locked in at least, you know? As you can see already, some of the picks are already changing through there, like Atlas had the Jeff for a second there, but is back onto the Invisible Woman, so curious to see how it's all going to go down in these remaining seconds. Matty AF on it to the Lunar Snow this time. King Bob on Invisible Woman. And away we go.
Away we go.
Oh, they're going to play Cap.
Fantastic guys turning corners with Herbie at the wheel. Going forward. 6 lanes is a shot on ribs right there. Oh my days. Out of nowhere, the first take
That's
is
gross.
4-6 on the Hela. Going forward, we're going to see 6 land, some more picks on Adam right now, pushing forward. They do see Lumi trying to run, trying to stall, trying to not let them get a push. But yeah, a bit of a rough go for the Vicious to start off, as Ground Zero are going to get it past those first few corners and head towards Ambulance right now. Going forward, that's a strong start for the Ground Zero.
Strong start going to be pushing through, and let's see if they are going to be able to push ahead. One step further, 6, locking it down for 3. Good KOs on track, almost on. There's the quad. 6 is just
Holy
tearing them
shit.
apart
What
right
the
now.
hell?
And already, almost immediately elevating their team to that first checkpoint. But the portal is here.
TP back.
The portal from the Doctor Strange is going to get Rib to bring their team back onto par, back into point. They don't want to give it up early. They don't want to
that
give
Cap
them
just
to
got
this lead
fucking
without
decimated.
contesting it at least. But we're going to see 6 just land shot after shot after shot right now, going straight for the strategists who are protecting each other. But that means they're not going to be protecting their Vanguards as they are feeling the pain right now. Adam gets taken down by FMCL, burning up a storm on the Human Torch. There it is right now as it's going to be fire slamming through. We're going to see the meteors coming through from the living meteor.
Safe rack, single Prime. Okay, it is the thing of the game.
Matty takes out Revsy as well, and Matty takes out another one there. 6 getting out Revsy. That's the one you want right there. That's the consistency. That's the power of a Hela knowing what they're doing and getting unchecked and flying free.
Flying through free and breaking into it. Let's see how they go. Playing around the tree. Groot ready to push away their opponent. Strangling Prison definitely going to be an impact maker for them. Rib bringing out the Ultron as well. Curious to see if it finds the same spark, the same energy as last time, as they do catch
Alright,
6
Kage,
off
see you later, dude.
guard.
Have a good night.
This is a great way to elevate the defenses here. We'll see if they can manage to get more KOs through like that.
Ooh, another one from Revsy right there, taking out FMC. The duelist potential is not there with ground zero. Their best choice would be to save.
This is literally just the Hella show right now.
As much as they can to win this fight, but we're going to see a bit of a dance coming from Maddie AF right now on the Lunar Snow, feeling confident. That's going to be the one right there. Then you're going to see a lot of potential coming from the Adam right there, taking out one. That's Maddie taking out. That's going to be putting
Those
6
the
on the back
invis,
four.
holy shit.
Kicking through, hitting a bit of a snap kick right there, and pushing past that Vanguard's giving presence for Revsy. Getting a pick on 6 right there, who wanted the quick reset back to spawn. Looks like Vicious are showing up to house and managed to stop ground zero halfway through the push.
Stopping them down, and they are going to be able to hold them back a second longer. But, you know, when they hold them back, they got the
Divorced
reach
me
of
for
Ultron.
my
They
drops
have to
with the
take care
5
about.
gifted.
Supernova
Appreciate you,
gonna be
appreciate
online
you. Thank you for the laugh
FMCL
earlier with your
here,
name as
so
well.
Definitely some potential for them, but I'm liking
Chug,
the
you need
defensive
some missions, thank you,
capabilities a lot
if you're
more
awake.
right now, considering they have 3 ults online, with a 4th potentially right around the corner from Adam as well. We'll see who's going to be able to lock down the damage first, though. Both
Back-to-back
teams trying to
14-hour
burst past
streams.
one
What
another
do you
at the
do
moment.
after?
Adam
What's
in a
the
bit of
routine?
trouble, but here we
Sleep.
go. The rage is online. We find the engagement. Adam picks up the first KO there, looking to push it around the corner as well. They are trickling it through one after the other. They bump ahead and send ground
Sleep.
zero packing.
Sleep is
I'm
the
gonna be honest, that was probably
routine.
the worst position to be in at that moment. They got boxed in and the rage of Ultron was just going off. But maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted to burn some ultimates. We'll finally see as we
so
enter this next fight.
zombie,
They
thanks,
do have a
dude.
good time bank, don't mention it. Of course, 220 in the bank still can do a lot. Looks like they're going to go around the other way this time around. See if they can get a good angle. Then Starry there to go. FMC already with the Supernova when the time calls, as well as the Fate of the Worlds from Maddie AF. But Alice is there with the boundary. Adam can hit a Sonic Seduction. Revsy gets the pick on Maddie AF. Tries to retreat for now. We're going to see 6 try to regroup. Take a different angle. Ooh, getting the pick on Adam right there on the sidelines right there. Boundary was up, but it just wasn't enough to save Adam. Wasn't in range, but it looks like 6 and the folks that are the Vanguards, Magneto and Doctor Strange, are gonna just stay on the back foot a little bit for now. Then Starry and Duke now pushing back in, giving 6 an opening, trying to get some picks on the sidelines. But the Vicious just well positioned right now in positions that cannot be taken down. Revsy on the high ground, landing shots, and will take out FMCL with a bit of a lob of that chaotic spear right there. And it is going forward. Duke's gonna be pushing
Holy.
on the stalwart bulwark shield right there. Gonna be trying
Yeah,
to go
stop
for it down.
fucking-
As the Meteor is ready. Matsi, what do we think? And it's gonna
Revsy's
pop off.
hella.
The Meteor could go off at any second.
That's the key.
It could be slam dunking time, but first it's gonna be psionic seduction time. Fate of both worlds coming out here.
Did he
as
go
well.
for ult there and then got
Trading
pulled
the
in?
KOs
Is that what just
through.
happened?
We'll see if they are gonna be able to break out of this one. Goddess of Death online. Oya Bagamoto trying to countersuit here. Not gonna be able to catch them. Fate of both worlds is gonna be activated by Asher as well. Rage of Ultron deactivated immediately.
Sniped.
Primed and focused up. Does
Holy
manage to catch
snipe.
them there, but Revsy is still focused up as well. The Vicious toppling them down piece by piece here, and they stop them in their tracks. One last fight could be all it comes down to, where we are getting close to 40 seconds right now. We have only the Eye of Agamotto available for Zen Starring here. And Goddess of Death online for Revsy. Maybe an invisible boundary around the corner. The Vicious are looking a little better in the ult economy here, Liger, but here we go.
Ooh, get hyped. That's a one fight you want. 20 seconds left on the line for ground zero to make it happen, to make magic, and to try to get past the second gate into the subway. 15 seconds left. Rib's going to be holding down a position right now. Revsy is going into the sky to nullify a bit of damage right there. FMCL's in the sky as well to match the pace, but the Ultron's lasering them down. Then you're going to see Zen Starry try to land an Agamotto, but he's cut down.
Guys, face cam pump again? Which one?
Right there. They're going to
What's
try
up,
to
Flo?
get the point. Adam gets one. Alice gets one. Revsy gets 2. That's a double K for the hell. And
Dude,
that's gonna
Revsy
push
actually going
down the
crazy.
overtime timeout
6 was
down to the
destroying,
ground,
and then the
ground
Revsy
to
went
the
hella,
ground,
and then it
further
was just
than that.
GG.
And there it is. A
G.
strong defense from the
GG.
Vicious.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? They have managed to push it just a little bit, but not far enough. So,
Oh,
the
thanks,
Vicious
Drops. Appreciate it,
now
dude.
have
It's really
a
kind.
much easier path ahead of them here. Ground Zero really going to have to put in the hard yards to try and defend this one valiantly and effectively as possible. Otherwise, we could see the Vicious take another map in their favor, which would put them in the lead in our grand final series. We'll see if that is going to happen, if we are going to see that, see the light of day here. So all their heroes are looking to be locked in at the moment. Atlas holding on to the rocket this time. Probably not for long. You know, wouldn't put that past them to switch out nice and quick. But we do see a little insight into some of the stats right now. Healing looking pretty solid across the board, honestly. Matty AF going to be the leader of the charge in that department. But damage is looking favorable for the Vicious right now. I saw Revsy, I think it was the leader in terms of the duelists there. So great stuff coming out from all of our players at the moment.
Definitely big output
Oh,
from
drop
Revsy.
trail?
Standing strong, standing 10 toes down on the high ground of the subway. Absolutely just being a living turret right there, just not letting them push through. But will that maintain as we see Rib maintain the Ultron this time around? Would have been a switch of the roles a bit here, but that's all right. We'll see going forward how that's going to unfold. Matty's now back on the C and D. We're going to see a bit of a combination station going forward as we try to get to that subway
I might try
station.
to ice my apartments, and then actually I just realized I might crank my AC because it's supposed to be hot as fuck tomorrow, and I've noticed if it's really hot and everybody in my apartment's also using their AC, it kind of like drains it. Doesn't work as good. So I might try to make it real cold, get a head start in the morning.
Stopping power is going to be pushing through from Revsy as well. Finding the KO onto 6 there. Looking to see if they can dive into another one around
Oh, dude, you give individual chatters ads, like the really snarky, annoying chatters. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just sit there and just target them the entire stream.
And forcing Ground Zero to backpedal as far as they possibly can. It just allows the Vicious.
Honestly, I would make it.
so much
I'd tell
presence
Crap
over the
never to
board
ban
right
anyone ever again. Unless obviously like for like really fucked up shit, you know. If someone's shit talking, don't ban them. No bans. Just give them ads. That's it.
Over here gonna be trying to take on 6-6s on the sidelines, knows where they are, trying to see if they can get
Put them in ad jail. Yeah.
For now, and gonna see
Yeah, you can talk your shit, but you're gonna watch a million ads.
Oh, absolutely. 6
All
getting
the
one right
ads.
there, cleaning house on Revsy. It's gonna be a tough position right now as we see Ultron try to escape, try to get out of the angles. We're gonna see a lot of pressure coming forward from the Vicious right now. Rage of Ultron ready to
More
go.
turbo sub users though. It's fine. You still get paid off those.
Start up the fight and kick them back into the corner. Anybody gonna get absolutely stun locked by that's gonna be now. But
Sub might be different though.
We're gonna see Magneto! Master dude crash down on that shit right now at the same time as a Nagamoto coming from Zenstari. Rib's gonna get the pick on Matty. If we're gonna see the Rage of Ultron follow up into another massive Nagamoto from Lumi this time, getting a double
Holy.
there, taking out King Bob and Dubs. Zenstari falls as well. And the
Vicious looks good.
on moving through to the subway. 4 minutes 30 in their time bank. They only have a couple corners to turn, and they're gonna take it home and potentially win their second map.
Oh yeah, they are looking good. They are looking confident right now, and we'll see if they are going to be able to take it all the way through here, as they are halfway through towards the next objective for themselves. And they have a lot at their disposal. Ultimates building up quickly. Fate of Both Worlds online. Goddess of Death are now right on track too. But it's 6 locking in the Goddess of Death first and foremost, trying to see if they can shut down some of these Vicious players. But it's all Dupe doing all the work. Has doubled into it, finding 3 now and forcing the Vicious back one step further.
I'm chilling here till OWCS. When's OWCS? Yeah, this is OC.
Gaining value knowing that the Vicious don't have many up left as well. This could be in their favor. This could be exactly what they want to potentially hold it down in the subway, because this could still be a win for Ground Zero. Only 3 minutes to defend.
See if they can do it. We're already into the portal fight again. The Vicious trying to see if they can find a quick advancement towards the convoy here, but
perfect. That's when I'm hopping off.
Lucky for them, they still have.
I mean, I'm hopping off actually after this game. I said I was gonna stay before, but no, never mind. Hop out after this
But it's Supernova time, Liger. Time to heat things up from FMCL. Fate of Both Worlds. That's gonna nullify that damage, and here comes the Vicious.
The vicious, the tornadoes from
You know,
Ground Zero, the magnetic
not to be that guy,
touchdown.
but it's almost 4 in the morning, so my brain and my filter don't exist. But low key, OWCS is killing the Overwatch streaming scene.
FMCL is going to be burning up a storm and trying to push forward. Lumi's going to get taken down. Adam as well. There go the Vanguards for the Vicious. That's the one. That's the firepower. That's Ground Zero turning up the tides and bringing the advantage back in their favor. It's going to be 2 minutes left.
OWCS is severely, and I mean severely fucking up the creator economy of Overwatch. And I kind of started to see the writing on the wall a little bit with it. How is it killing it? There's a few reasons. One, they double dip and get their own exclusive drops in the category. By double dipping, there's no reason for a viewer to go to any other spot. You can only get the OWCS specific drops if you're in the know with them, like you're in like the in crowd. There's no like open way to apply, and they're pretty gatekeepy about it. And it turns basically every weekend into spectating matches, and like if people are there to like watch gameplay, like it's hard to build your brand as a streamer off of just being nothing but co-streams, unless like that's what you want to be your entire brand. Which there's like a guy in League of Legends who's awesome apparently who does that, but you can't have everyone be just a co-streamer and that's like their only content. And there is a lot of people that are like doing well with it, but it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. It just basically just turns you into like a glorified ESPN analyst all the time. Like, I love co-streaming and I love watching matches and I love doing all that, but it's not my only content. This is like a rare treat, you know? Yeah, Cadriel in League, right. Guy coding in 13 months. I did not. Maybe tomorrow. Sykes the prime. Actually, probably not tomorrow either. Actually, maybe Monday.
Second map in our best of 7. That's the Marvel Rivals Ignite specialty right there.
And
the Vicious
they've
but there's still more to come.
Taken so many requests and sat down with creators and asked for help and asked for their ear and asked for stuff over the years, and they either ignore it or they do it in a really fucked up way, or they do it and then they don't include the people that actually gave them like the ideas, and it's just a bunch of stuff. And basically, unless you're like constantly engaging with the pro scene, which granted the pro scene is not that exciting for it, you're gonna suffer pretty hard actually as a creator.
In the lead indeed. That is the power right now. The Vicious are in the lead.
Kind of fucked up actually.
This is very interesting to see how it's going to unfold going forward, which means 2 more maps and the Vicious win. But don't sleep on Ground Zero yet. They still have a lot cooking. They have been the front runners for quite
That was kind
of
of a quick game. I'll stay for one more. That was a really quick game. That was a quick map too. They got full held map on round 2, and then they pretty much steamrolled all the way through. I'll do one more. Because I'm not gonna stream. I don't think I'm gonna stream it all tomorrow. Actually, now that I think about it.
The Sonic seductions from Adam are so consistent, Matsy. Honestly, they're just too much.
Well, now you got me yapping. You know, you got me yapping about OWCS.
So much impact with them, just pushing the opposing team straight towards you.
No, it's funny. OWCS heard that I've not been happy with them, and someone DM'd me, which granted they're actually a great person. The person who DM'd me, I like them a lot, but I just don't like the organization. And they were like, "Hey, we'll give you, OWCS drops this weekend if you want to just co-stream some matches." And it was like the start of Rival Season 2.5, and I was like, "I'm busy this weekend. Like, I'm down to in the future." But like this weekend specifically is kind of Rivals 2.5, so like, would that be okay? And then they didn't respond, so I was like, unluckies. TJC eating a prime.
Because their Punisher, 6 on the Punisher, Cooks has a history of definitely doing so much damage, so much power output, you cannot believe it. Now, Let's get into the action. Of course, some of the best moments from that match right there. FMCO on the Human Torch, being a living meteor themselves, taking down Red there, going forward onto Rev Z6, taking them down with a hella in the skies.
Sounds extremely fucked since realistically it was the streamer community that kept a lot of people in Overwatch. And Overwatch esports doesn't really do anything when players are falling off. Yep. Not wrong. I hope I don't get in trouble with this, but I've actually been I've been vibe checked before from people in Overwatch in multiple areas by multiple groups, and I mean, is it no secret that I've been a little bit on point with pattern recognition and understanding Overwatch stuff over the years? I think that's like it's not even like a debate anymore, you know. Everyone's just like, yeah, just don't bring it up too much because it's kind of annoying, right? Which is fine. And I've had some people ask me like, hey man, like, can you give me like an actual state, like real vibe check on the community? Like, what are you feeling? And my unadulterated take is it's genuinely fallen apart.
And the ball's in Ground Zero's court.
The Overwatch 1 community was very much united. Like, it was one of the closest streaming communities of any game I've ever seen.
It's gonna be interesting one to see.
And granted, it was my first streaming community, but like I had seen others in other games. Like, I just wasn't a streamer. But it was kind of everyone was united in their hatred of the state Overwatch was in, and then waiting for Overwatch 2. And then Overwatch 2 came out, and some people kind of blew up a little bit, some people got stuck, and it kind of created this weird jealousy vacuum for some people. You kind of saw it, but it wasn't the big problem. That wasn't the issue. What ended up happening was everyone kind of drifted into their own bubbles, and also with the influx of kids from the free-to-play model, they felt emboldened by these newer audience people. And it kind of tore a lot of people away from each other. If you don't remember back in like 2023, there was a lot of Overwatch drama, and it spooked a lot of creators. I was actually the person who got targeted hard because I was at the top, right? Everyone goes for the king, and you better go. You go swing for the king, you better fucking take his head. And they didn't. They missed, and that made a lot of people really spooked and was like, shit, like, this is what it is these days. And so everyone kept just sticking to themselves. No one wanted to hang out with other people anymore, and so they became like little cliques and little groups, and nobody really communicates that much. I can even tell you from like the creator summit, like I still try to say hi to as many people as I can, but I also like always had good relationships with most people, but from others that like I know are newer or wasn't as connected, they feel it, and it's really sad. I don't think it'll ever recover. What was the drama in 2023? The 2023 specific drama, like the one where they came from my head, people came from my head because I was talking about the game being in a really bad state, and that they had went way too hard with buffing supports, that the PvE was falling apart, and that they were not, the game was not going in a good direction. And I was right, but people didn't like that I was talking about it. The Doomer discourse. The Doomer discourse has followed me to this day, ever since 2023. That's when it started. No one had ever said anything about it before. Everyone was just like, yeah, he's just talking about issues with the game. But that started a weird hate train that still somewhat lingers to this day. But that spooked a lot of people, especially creators. That spooked a lot of people. If you noticed, actually, a lot of the core Overwatch creators stopped talking about the game almost entirely around that time.
Back again, once again,
and then it became a very small group of people. And those people who weren't scared were not the best at articulating themselves and would actually go too far. and then basically shot themselves in the foot with the community. And those people would be like your
I'm feeling confident. I think
your
this map
Sams,
is
your
gonna be
Fritos,
a bit
stuff
of
like
a,
that.
Scary one. I think that
Stylosa kind of a little
Ground
bit.
Zero are going to be
Yeah,
feeling
but,
alarmed after what they were just faced with.
even if they were
by
right,
Vicious there.
even if they were right,
They've been able to
you
bring
know,
out the Emma, the Ultron, and just do superbly well.
But yeah.
It's been astounding how much they've been able to find success bringing those characters into the mix there.
So,
and it begs the question, how
it is
does Ground
sad,
Zero navigate the
and
next sector of the pick, ban, and protect phase to try and elevate their own presence here, because we've seen on a consistent
like people hated
basis that
Frogger's
the
video when he
Punisher
gave
has
his
been banned
thoughts,
out, and you were talking about it
but
before
they
with
still
the
came
break.
after
The
you because
Punisher
they were
could be
convinced
the
you'd
saving
influenced
grace
everyone
for
for
them,
some
so
reason.
they might have to make
I don't even
some
really know the
sacrifices
Frogger
in order
part,
to get that
to be
one
honest with
through.
you.
Ooh, definitely some sacrifices might need to be made. See if we can get something.
Well, there's a reason
through,
why,
change the pace a bit,
if you've
change
ever
shoulders.
noticed,
That's what Ground Zero
people do
Gaming are
not
trying
put out
right now. Bit of mind games in
that
the balance
that
of
kind of
phase
stuff
one.
anymore.
Or do we see
Even if
something
things are
obscure? Do
good,
we see the
right? When
Kango
things are
approach?
good,
Do we
they still
change
don't.
off the meta? Do we try to play with some signature picks, some unique
I
strategies?
think Blizzard's
We
trouble
know
fostering a
that Ground
consistent
Zero
community.
upgrade, no
Oh, they had a
matter what
great
they're
community.
facing.
It
Maybe
wasn't
even bringing
that.
out
The community
Wolverine.
itself is what
What's our map?
imploded.
Central Park. That's
No,
gonna be our map today.
it's really
Picked up
not
by
on the
Ground
game
Zero, so
to
we're
make
not
a
going
community
back
like
to the
that. Like, they can only do so
symbiotic
much.
surface this time. We are
I know we
going to
reacted to a
Central Park.
Frogger bit or
We've seen
two.
this one
We did.
pretty
We did,
commonly,
actually.
I'd say, throughout the,
Which is funny
playoff
because,
stage, Central
I
Park
don't
has
actually know
been
what that guy was
one of
talking
the
about. Who said
staple
that?
maps on Convergence, and
But I remember
definitely
reacting
eager
to it
see
and
how
being
it's
like,
gonna play
yeah,
out
honestly,
for
I
both
agree with
of our
almost
rosters
everything
here,
he's saying. Like, we're
considering
very
Ground
much
Zero picked
aligned.
into it, you can tell that
So
they've got
I
at
guess I
least a bit of
understand what he
confidence
means. Where it's
playing
like, I
into a
must have
map like this
influenced him.
one. So
Which is funny,
it's
because like,
hopefully
man,
for their
imagine if
sake,
I
it
had
could be
that
a saving
power.
grace to even things up 2-2,
Yo,
but I mean,
author, thank you for the
just
2-1 for
'cause they feel
6 months in
comfortable to pick it
advance.
out
Appreciate
doesn't
you,
mean
dude.
the Vicious
Thank
are
you.
comfortable as well.
No, I know you
Of
mean
course,
you're on my
big
side.
map,
I was just saying,
big
like,
plays, a lot of high ground things. The Tomahawk Agamottos are available again.
but that's the
We
thing,
might
though.
be able to
That's the
bring
thing
those
with like
ones out.
an anonymous
It's gonna be
platforms, like a
interesting to see
Reddit or
how
something
it
like that.
unfolds.
Like,
Maybe we see a Jeff. Is it time for the Jeff?
none of
now?
those people
We'll
can
find
stand
out.
up and say
Here we go.
something.
Now we are back
Because
in the action between
they are
Ocean
not
and
united.
Morales Ignite with a
They
Ground
think they're
Zero,
united,
one
but they're
map
not.
against the Vicious's 2-map
And if
lead.
any one of them actually tries
See
to stood
how
up and
these
say something,
bands
they're gonna get
unfold with
cooked.
Emma being
'Cause they
shut
just
down
they
and
just
out by
can't
both
articulate
teams.
themselves. They just are looking for
Let's see
a
exactly
place to congregate.
what else will be pushed through here.
And that's why no
going to be
creators. That's why like
protected
no
there
one
by,
would take their
Vision
side.
here.
You know,
Loki abandoned
because like just like with anything,
maybe thinking about it. Both teams
there will
have
be,
banned
if there's
Emma
people that
Frost
agree
this
with it,
time, though,
eventually
so this
people
does
will
actually
take a
change
stance.
things up for the
But
Vicious.
nobody
They
agreed
aren't
with
gonna be
them.
able to play
There wasn't a
together
single
this
creator
time.
in the space that agreed
Curious
with
to
them.
see how they can
And the ones that
move
did agree with
forward
them,
as they are pondering the
I don't think
protect
agreed with them in
tournament
good
for the
faith.
Magneto
They would use it as an
themselves this
opportunity.
time. There we go.
And then
Delve
people
into
saw
it
that
and
they
we'll
used
be
it as an
able to lock
opportunity.
it
We're like,
in.
I
So,
never want to associate with that person
curious to
ever
see
again.
What else they are going to be able to pump over
No.
the top of this one. There we go. Loki is banned out.
Both teams not going to be running the low-key today,
They're on that risk.
but we are going to see the Dunk Master, Dupe versus Air Adam. There it is. Now,
Well, basically,
Ultron
this whole
is being banned
topic
out again, so
stemmed
Vicious is gonna be
from
playing Ultron. Ground Zero don't want to meet that again, but again, Ground Zero do not get
Yeah.
access to their Punisher.
I
so
feel
we'll
bad
see
for
how this
current day
unfolds.
Overwatch
But the
streamers,
Vicious gonna
actually,
go for
quite
the final protect. Who's it going to be?
significantly.
Who they're gonna protect? It's a surefire, give them some glory, and it's going to be Johnny Storm. Gonna bring the
Because
final for
OWCS
sure.
really is kind of sucking the life out of streaming in that game.
Let's see if they can heat things up with that one as... Ooh. We're not going to see the Magic Magician. We're not going to see the Eye of Agamotto this time. Strange banned out.
No, thanks,
Ultron
Aqua.
banned out. And Johnny Storm could be online for both sides here as Ground Zero.
Because the saves and
Take
bans are
that
for the
one
enemy
through.
team. So
One more
saves are
ban
for
to
your
come
own
out.
team, bans are for the
Let's
enemy
see
team.
what the Vicious can cook up out of this one. Who will they get rid of? Ultron says goodnight on
Fancy the
both
community
sides.
love,
So,
fall apart, and splinter?
no
I mean, I
Emma
think the Overwatch
Frost,
community itself
no
as a whole
Ultron
is
for the
fine.
Vicious
this time.
I meant like the
Curious to
content
see how
creator
they
community
navigate
probably fell
around
apart a
this
little
one,
bit
how they changed
over the
things up here,
years,
and whether they can
and it
find
just
the
isn't.
same
It
kind
was
of
not nearly as
success.
close as it used to be.
That is exactly what everyone wants to find. Some
I mean, I've talked
success,
about this before.
Some path forward for yourselves.
It was
to
at some
get
point
that
I almost
W.
became like the
Going
the
forward,
Godfather,
we're gonna see 6 on the Hella
where the
as
people
it's
would come and ask
consistent.
me for
Pinball
stuff,
doing it,
or ask
Invisible
me for
with
help,
Dagger,
or ask me
Maria,
for
Magneto,
advice or
FMCL,
whatever it would end
there
up
you
being.
go, on the dupe and FMCL
Whether
on the
it was
torch
like
with Of course.
you know,
Ooh, Zenstari group.
need help
Very
with
exciting,
like
but
content
that means
ideas,
instead of the Doctor Stranges, we're gonna
monetization,
pick some different picks
taxes,
of Lumi.
ideas,
Gonna bring out that Captain
fixing
America, which was
issues,
banned out in
whatever it
previous
might be.
maps, but now free to go, free to play, and maybe free for that charge.
And it was
Going for
sad sometimes because, like,
Captain America on the defense
you know,
as well for Dracula's castle. It's going to be a good one.
it was like kind of in the middle of tons of other
Which
people.
team is going to get it going? And do we potentially see a full hold? What do you think, Matsy?
But I knew
Do you
they
think
wouldn't
Vicious have the
talk
chance
to each other.
Full holder here at the very beginning.
I was always the middleman for a lot of people.
Definitely going to be a tough one. I think that there is the capabilities there, especially playing around Lumi on the Captain America. You know, that freedom charge. Going to allow them a lot of presence around the mission area there, especially when they want to hold on for like an overtime.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop them from
that's true,
trickling through on to the objective there. See. If
That's
that is
true.
gonna come to fruition, though, as the damage now starts to tick its way across. The Vicious trying their best to hold back here. They're taking a lot of
BF2 broke
damage
Steam
themselves,
Charts
you know,
record
even
again.
focusing up on the
Huge.
6 there, but no
Yeah,
one
unfortunately, I
is
just can't play
going down just
BF2
yet.
again on
Everyone
stream.
refuses
That has to be an
be
off-stream
KO'd,
game if I ever do
refuses
it.
to become the first casualty.
Nobody wants to go down. Nobody wants to be the first one to be taken. And at the end of the day, they want to be the one to take the first. It looks like Lumi's going to be dashing in on Captain America. VC Rib in disguise on the torch, burning it up. But we're going to see FMCL match the pace, match the fire, and match the heat going forward.
Aren't the
Us
most of the
against world,
larger
as we
Overwatch
see
streamers nowadays
Matty
relatively
AF
invested in
actually
OWCS though?
of
Like
course,
Emo,
it was
PG,
Matty
and
on the
Rack?
cloak
Why do you think that
and
is?
setting up the Eternal Bond.
So, like,
Passing the team
cause and
forward to the
effect
backline, giving
of
them an
that,
angle that otherwise they just can't really
unless you
defend
are
against.
part of it,
Big
you're gonna
old
get,
slam from
you're kind of
FMCL
gonna
right
get
there.
cooked.
Hitting the fire on him right now, and Rib turns the tide, taking out FMCL and return for taking out their friend. And
You're kinda
Adam's gonna
screwed.
be pushing through right now, going to be on the Magneto, diving straight for Zenstari. That's going to be a take for Vicious. That's going to be another one down the line.
You know,
The ground zero are
it's like,
getting boxed in,
you're right, but
they're gonna box the others in with a bit of
that's
invisible
why
and invisible
they're all doing well.
Give them sustain,
Or
give them
not,
the
sorry,
pain
that's not
out
true.
to
That's not why they're
survive,
doing well,
and
but like,
ultimately dive onto Vicious
that's
as the Lumi
all the ones that are
Captain
doing
America
well
is there to meet the
and
pack.
continuing
Ground
to
Zero's
do
gonna have to
well
retreat for now,
share
but
that
Portal is
same
there to
common bond.
contest.
Because they're all part of it, and it's like if you're not part of it, then you're gonna probably suffer quite a bit. Yo, what's good, Craggy? Hello, dude. I just got deja vu like it was Overwatch days.
Goddess of Death coming out from 6 as well. They're trying to see.
We're actually talking about Overwatch a little bit just now.
And there goes Atlas. Nice impact coming out there, trying to
I'll be
hunt
off soon,
down
though.
Rib as well. Look at that shot. Just clean from both of our jewelers.
It's kind
on
of, it's
ground zero
the super
here.
long drop
And they
streams are
will be
easy when we
able
give something to watch.
tear
If I don't have to
their
be playing
way
myself.
through. Last one standing is Adam. And there goes the mission area. It is time to push up in convoy mode.
Pushing up in the convoy is going to be.
Yeah, I haven't checked in a while, but I'd be very curious to see
is going to be going forward.
what it looks like now
Ultimately,
for like the non-OWCS creators.
Ground zero here right now because, again,
I think you
Vicious
just
have
literally
the
get
high ground,
fucked.
they have the
Because like
defensive positions. What you
every
wanna do is
weekend's
outside the
OWCS,
string
they
that
have
reform the map to your
exclusive
advantage.
drops. They have double dip drops when you have normal creator drops. They raid people, and then those people they raid go top of the category with drops, and then they do like 24/7 VODs, which you're not supposed to do, but like, you know, yeah, watch parties are OP. Honestly, the rival stuff is, today's match is really good. I don't know what the future for Rivals Esports looks like. Honestly, you might know better than me. I know there's a lot of people that are potentially in the know, but I'm excited for it. If it keeps being like the way it is, yo, I'd be so down.
Invisible boundary coming up as well. Rib does have Supernova available, but they don't need to activate it yet. You know, they might be looking to push it through soon. There we go. Looking to bring out the flame tornadoes. And
Aspen and Frog aren't really into the esports stuff. True, that is true. Although they stream in the time slot where there isn't any OWCS matches. Actually, I think they're too late at night. Also, that being said, I think that a lot of Aspen's success, well, I mean, there's a lot of things. I know she really popped up with like Dress to Impress and personality. And Frogger, I think, is starting to branch more into variety.
Trying to go for FMCO, and a bit of the Luna dancing right there is going to keep him sustained.
True. You need more people to care about it. That's a tough one, you know, because there's a lot of people that want this game to be quote-unquote casual. And so, like, I think they'll be really resistant to the idea of esports. So they'll be like, oh, they're going to ruin it. They're going to balance for them. We'll see, though. I mean, the viewership's been crazy, but how much is that is just for people wanting to drop farm? Probably a significant amount. But then again, I made a couple of YouTube videos on the esports stuff, like Jobless Bums, and people loved it. So many people have come in and like, dude, I'm a huge Jobless Bums fan. You know what I mean?
The presence of Ground Zero as they are moving into the third and final section as they enter the throne room and claim Dracula's castle, but the Vicious are gonna be the Royal Guard.
The Royal Guard are ready.
Yeah, Jobless Bums is great.
Defenses ready to keep the gates shut here.
Small child thing to prime.
How this battle will play out. Six is dishing out damage.
Oh yeah, from sure the marketing.
Best to push on ahead here. See.
I personally, so like, there's the rumored LAN, right? That's the big rumored China LAN. I think that one of the biggest things they could do is go all out for that, like make it a big spectacle, you know, like cool, like it looks sick, you know, pack the arena, like kind of how like old Overwatch did events in like China and Korea. And let that go viral on its own as like, holy shit, Ravels Esports is kind of crazy huge. And get people's attention with it.
Knowing that they stopped them at the bottom of the stairs, which means they have the high ground advantage going forward when Ground Zero tries to push again. Revzy already in position on
no marketing helps you with bad matchmaking and people leaving? Huh?
Look at the clearance, look at the daggers flying, and
how does that make any sense?
But Six does take out Lumi, and it might actually be in favor of Ground Zero there, knowing they're taking out a Vanguard, which is going to be the necessary defensive presence you need if you're going to hold it back from delivering the convoy. King Bob POV, here we go. Big push taking out Revzy right there. That's the Invisible Woman. Sue Storm put an end to work as they chugging along. Ratata score is moved forward, feeling confident. Matsy, I think they might deliver this, but the Vicious got something up their sleeve, and that is the clobbering time into a
Guru DM'd me any day now. My bad. Lemon Earthing the prime. Whoops.
The fire slam rib does go down eventually as well. Both flames have been extinguished.
Sorry.
And we'll see if
my
they
bad.
can find any more. Revzy is out of here. Ground Zero clawing ahead and get it over the line. 55 seconds.
I did tell him I wasn't going to stream today, so I feel bad. But I won't stream tomorrow for sure. So he doesn't got to worry about that. I just flipped today and yesterday, or today and tomorrow, because I was supposed to stream tomorrow, not today. But I ended up streaming today, so I won't stream tomorrow.
Now the
what's up, Grace?
Has truly been flipped, where it's their turn. Okay, so the goal here for GZ is they want to shut down this push, stop the Vicious from going through. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see how it's gonna all unfold. But going forward, these bans, remember these bans, they're gonna be deciding a lot of things right here. It's gonna be a tough one going forward. But let's find out. As we can see, the action is going to be a tough one. Okay, but of course, we're going to see that going forward. That's the pressure.
Cream barbecue? I haven't had cream barbecue since I went to LA.
4K damage block
with everyone for Flashpoint back in like February.
Lovely, right there. Big sustain.
Oh, yeah.
Big sustain right there. I will definitely be seeing right now that the Penny and Rocket are not going to be happening, but we're going to see some Punisher action.
I think,
from Revzy. How cool will that be?
What's up, Try?
Honestly, I'd really love to see ultimately
I don't know.
how that unfolds. But
I hope that I'm wrong about the whole Overwatch streaming space. I really do hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling I'm not.
And that's okay to go. Let's get back into the action right there. Moving forward, the Vicious are going to be pushing onto Ground Zero, who are on the defense this time around. Matt, tell me now, boss, how are we feeling this one's going to turn on out?
Feeling good, feeling great.
I'm enjoying the Oceania region pro scene. They've been fun.
To seal their fates onto this one as they do get some damage across the top there, but the Vicious going a different route into this one. Looking to slow things down, and they're met by Dupe and by FMCL.
Honestly, looking at the pace of this game, I really am gonna end up getting off at 4.
As a matter of fact, Lumi in a world of trouble though, but they managed to claw their way over the top through the rubble. The damage is immense. It is elevating them and taking their way closer to the point. Here we go. Getting it 1 point after the other. The mission area will reach the capture. Oh, unless the portal comes out.
Well, it's TP back.
The portal is there. It's opening up a rift in space right there as Dupe is going to be there with the Doctor Strange flash right there. But Lumi's going to be winding up the tree trunk, sending forward. Gonna do as much damage as they can. Now let's get to one. Asher gets to Asher. C and D getting Maddie and 6 right there. Adam gets a double of their own right there on the Magneto. And that's going to be a class performance right there. But that's going to mean that the Vicious will definitely be going forward, pushing forward onto the map right now. And we're going to see Lumi take to the high ground on the Gru. A bit of a mismeasure of the Thorn Slash walls there, but I'm sure Lumi will get it next try around. It's going to be an interesting one to see. Ground zero.
Don't worry, I'll be off soon. Try after this game. I only stayed on one more so I could finish my yap.
Under this archway, and that's going to be the
I was going to hop off after the last game, but
I
just wanted to finish it.
But a big wall protects them. Big Luna goes for the fate of both worlds. Gonna shut it down. Magneto Meteors not gonna connect with anyone. But the Hella, that is 6. Will land one. Cleaning house right there. Rotadisco is officially out of
I haven't planned on whoever wins NA, EU, and Oceania play for first place. Well, that's what the idea is. Like, there's like a rumored LAN. There's gonna be like a rumored LAN sometime in the future, and like all of these matches are for placements in that plus for money. So like they're playing right now for like prize money and to win this section of the tournament, but then it's also seeding for the LAN. At least that's the rumor mill.
Speaking of right forward, 6 is pumping the damage forward right now. Fighting around the corner. This could be their time. Speaking of time, dude tries to get the dunk through. Not going to be able to
go for the dunk.
It misses it. With their teammates, though. This is looking a lot better for them here. The Vicious now being cleaned up. This is Ground Zero's time to shine, but they are primed. They are still on to the mission vehicle in this one. And we'll see how things go down because 6 is the cleanup crew there. And they hold strong, but there's still ample time here.
Ample time, a lot of time, but it's not on their side because 3 minutes may seem like a lot, but really they have more to offer. Okay, remember, we need to see a massive defense from Ground Zero here in order to stop the Vicious's lead and bring it 2-2 in the map spread. But here he goes, and Starry is there, working with the Mets, working amongst the fight. But let's get back and locked in as VC Rib is there with the Mega Hurricane in the back line, shredding them up right there. But 6 is there to land the shots and actually shut down the Hurricane.
Goodness.
Turn off the sprinklers because there is no storm today. Dupe is going to take our shot, and there goes Revsy as well. Adam taken down as well, and that is the power coming from Ground Zero on their confident picks right there. Torch, FMCL, 6 on the Hella, putting in the work. Dupe Dunkmaster doing it up as you see, but the Vicious are still primed and ready.
Yeah, if you've got 23 minutes left, I will not be on 23 more minutes. It's probably going to be more like 10 at most.
Dracula's Castle is taking a new form of its own.
Transforming as the game goes on, and Strangling Prison coming out as well. Sensari and Go pushing out the damage. They managed to fight all the impact. KOs are in abundance right now. Ground Zero power
Ground Zero looking pretty good here.
Send the Vicious away a moment longer. They are not able to get distance towards this first checkpoint. They must hold back a while longer now, but you know what they've got. They have
stop waiting for 1,000 bits. Appreciate it, dude.
Both worlds around the corner and potentially the last stand there for Vicious. The gas is not out yet. They still have a bit in the tank.
Much more is needed in the tank for the Executioner. He is again 6.
Wait, was that 2? I thought it was the same one. Wait, what? Is that 2 sets of 1,000 bits? No TTS though. Yo, thank you for the 1,000 bits back to back with another 1,000 bits. 2,000 bits. Hello? Another 1,000 bits? 3 back to back 1,000 bits? 30,000, or sorry, 3,000 bits? Appreciate you. That thing of 13 months. No
Vicious.
TTS though.
Are they gonna stop
Appreciate
it
the
with
big
last contest,
TTS.
or are they gonna
Or
let
sorry,
them
not the
have
big
time to
TTS.
get
Jesus
to the castle?
Christ.
Looks like they're gonna contest for now as
Big
Matt
3,000
CL
bits.
seeing the flame
Top death.
pyro tornadoes going off from FMCL.
Oh yeah, we are. They are burning it all up on this. Revsy and Atlas caught there in the back. Goodbye.
Looks like they might get full
Atlas.
health here.
Revsy does at least get to creep away, but round 0 gonna be able to hold it back for
Thank you
a
again for the
moment
big
longer.
bits. Appreciate it, dude.
This mission vehicle is so close.
No
to
way
the
it
edge on
timed
this
him
one.
out.
It's
Nah,
gonna
the
come down
bot
to one
actually
final
timed him
fight.
out for
Last
4
stand is
sets
on
of
line.
1,000
Straight to
bits.
prison pretty close by as
Brother,
well for
what
round
the
zero.
Hey, brother,
fuck?
love your
And we could
videos.
see the Eternal Bond and Freedom Charge as well. I'm getting worried for GZ right now. Like,
Yo, thank you for the 1,000 bits again. The bot is set up so if you copy and paste the same message 4 times in a row, it'll time you out. And so, because you did the 1,000 bits 4 times in a row, it timed you on the 4th one. Yo, thank you for the 1,000 bits. And the TTS actually went off. I appreciate it, dude. Another 1,000 bits. Hello? 5,000 bits is fucking crazy. Yo, much love, man. I appreciate the big 5,000 bits. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Much love, man.
Do we call that one a Hydra 9? What happened there? I thought that would have contested it into
Alright, chat.
I'm,
Check something real quick.
yeah, that's gonna be it. I can't believe it. 2 for 2. You know, anticlimactic ending
You know,
to map number 4.
honestly,
there, but yeah, 2 for 2.
I think this is the
everybody.
place to call it.
Woohoo! We made it. Both teams gonna be even Stevens on this one.
Chat,
Wow,
it's
I can't
time.
believe it. Like,
Time.
wow,
It's
I can't
time.
believe it.
I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. I gotta go. You or TikTok, you're gonna go on first. Appreciate you. See you later. Bye bye. Sleep time. Chat. Appreciate you guys for hanging. Thanks for spending your time. YouTube, you're going down next. Have a good night. Appreciate you. Bye bye.